Happy Father's Day, everybody. Hope you guys had a great day. As you can guys get to see right here, I finally went to, I think I got this Advanced Auto Parts on yesterday, and it was, I want to say it was it $9.99 on sale or something like that? So hopefully you guys like this when you see this later. I will try and get this out sometime this week. I'll at least test it and then maybe get it out the following week. And then, of course, we're going to stick this in a foam can as we always do. So there we go. I bought this, and I bought like two other things or whatever. I've been working actually on the GTR this whole weekend, and today I didn't feel so hot. My sinuses were killing me, but I've been polishing up the GTR, as you guys might see on Instagram, because I am actually going to finally get around to putting ceramic coating on if I have time. The bad thing is, if you guys also got to see Instagram, is I'm guessing the strut just blew on my 2001 Prelude, so the car won't move anywhere. It's just literally sitting in the driveway. I'm like, it just happened this evening, and I'm like, oh, I was dragging the front wheel down the driveway, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I felt like it was stuck under something, and like I was running over something, and I talked to some people, and they're like, it's the strut. Your struts are gone on the passenger side. So yeah, now I've got to get that blue car towed and get it fixed again by a local place. So it's not the transmission, it's not the engine, it's just one thing or another on these cars. That's the problem with getting these older cars, but I am excited. I finally got this in. Again, now I'm going to drop the blue car off. So the blue car is what I was going to test on, because the blue car is filthy. Maybe we'll test on the van tomorrow. We'll see what happens, but here you go. We got a lot of people have been asking me about Grillo's Garage Brilliant Finish Car Wash, and I finally went around to getting it. It's a huge bottle too. It's something like 64 fluid ounces, or for you guys overseas, it's 1.89 liters. So that's a pretty stinking huge bottle. So hopefully it's pretty good there. I like a lot of Grillo's Garage products, so I'm doing this right now with it. What's going on, guys? Hope everybody had a great stuff. What's going on? What's going on? If you're out of cable, guys, Speed White. I don't know if I have. I've tried their, is that if it's the new one that's in Walmart, the actual, it's like purple. Yeah, I've been using it actually today as my detailer stuff. That is your go-to. Good to hear it, Racers Edge, because I had no idea. I'd had a lot of people asking me about it and taking pictures of it, and I just never got around to going buying it. Again, there's a huge, massive bottle. I did read on the back it's 1 ounce per gallon, so it's about as equivalent to the rest of the stuff, and I can get down with that. So cannot wait to try this sucker out. What's going on, guys? Happy Father's Day to everybody else as well, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are parents as well. What's up, bud? Happy Father's Day, Texas. Thanks so much, man. I was out there riding my motorcycle today. That's why I have like motorcycle hat head. I didn't even put gel in my hair. I was out there riding my little Honda Gram all around, and it got rained on for a while. And it was been a lot of fun. Like I was home alone all weekend, so I just did a lot of riding and stuff. I did work on, I got the Mother's Clay Bar 2.0 video done for you guys. So you guys are going to see that this week. I finally tested it out. It's just like every other one. As a matter of fact, when I went to buy this, right next to the Mother's 2.0 Speed Clay is the new Grillo's Garage clay that's identical to that. So they're all the same. It behaves the same, but it did a great job on it. You guys will see the review on it. It's kind of hard to show results on a clay bar, so it's not going to be a long video, but you can, so I try and actually show you where your hands are across the paint. You can hear a little bit of that sandpaper sound, and then where it's like, you know, it sounds like your hands are on glass. You don't hear anything anymore. So that is actually really cool. That'll be out this week. Voodoo's Tire Shine will be out tomorrow. And then I'm going to try out, I'm going to test it out again. Voodoo's car wash in the foam cannon for Friday. We'll see how that is. It didn't do very good the first time, but I was actually contacted by HII is his name. He's clearly Asian, I guess, but he's the brand manager of Voodoo Car Care. He contacted me. We've been talking a lot recently through Instagram private message. And he told me they usually do really good in the foam cannon. So I said, all right, I'm going to give it a second chance here. But if it doesn't work this time, at least I'll show it. But he's really cool and really understanding. So for all you guys that are interested in Voodoo Car Care, they're one-on-one, been writing me nonstop, asking me what we can do to fix their products, what we can do to make their products better. Do I have any ideas? And super easy going. I really like that. Yes, their products aren't amazing, stellar products, but they're one of the companies that are listening. So 2 thumbs up to Voodoo Car Care, who actually want to listen and make their products even better. And I got to thank them for that. I just got my lower control arm place, spent a few bucks on fixing it. And it's nuts, you know. I think that's what happens. So it's like I just got that one done, and now it's another one. I told the wife when she got home, I was like, I don't know. I might just put the white car up for sale and just let it go as is. Because the white car, I don't know what's wrong with it. It could be something minor. It could be something major. But I told her, I said, I'm about 1.5 years or less, and then my GTR will be paid off. The way things are going, because I'm paying so much extra on it, that I definitely need a 4-door car, and I could usually just put that money in the bank or something, and then use that to help as a down payment towards a 4-door car here around the next 1.5 to 2 years. So we'll see what happens. It's just like that car hasn't been running in forever, and I'm like at the point where I just don't even care anymore for it. So we'll see what happens. It's time to get rid of the product. His 27-year-old started to break down. Yeah, it's starting to get expensive, Aaron. That's for sure. And I don't know what's going on. Lubricity on that soap is solid A+ with just 2 ounces. Wow. No, normally, because of Racer's Edge, it actually says on the back it's 1 ounce per gallon here as I'm reading on the directions. And so that's kind of like the rest of them. So we'll see what happens. Again, a lot of times like that Voodoo car care, I mean, it was really, really watered down in comparison. And like you could hear my hands just going, rrr, 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 and I didn't like that. And I told them that, and I said, you know, it needs to be stepped up a lot more in a few different areas. So they said they're going to go back and look at it and stuff because they're generally a newer company and stuff like that. So again, I like that. I don't care if your products are bad, but as long as you listen and then you go back to correct them, and or at least take notes and then maybe work on a little bit of them. That's all I ask for most companies. Hey, brother, good to see you. Happy Father's Day. Thanks so much, Chris. Happy Father's Day, boss man. Thank you very much, Bobby. What's the best bang for the buck when it comes to microfiber cutting pads? I have not ever used the microfiber cutting pads. Right now, all I've been using is the regular Grillo's Garage pads. And that's all I've personally been using, and they seem to work out fine. Obviously, they've been around for such a long time, but I've heard a lot of good things about that. I heard Lake Country pads are some of the better ones you can get. You guys can probably look it up really quick. And I think there was one other one that does a lot of good. Cobra. I think I have some Cobra pads. You can get all that stuff at like Auto Geek and places like that. I haven't had any issues with them whatsoever. Auto Geek is like super fast. You order by like 5 o'clock here in Florida, you'll have it here the very next day. It's really, really cool because they're in Florida. So they're really, really quick to get your orders out. Detail your truck for you. What's up, Cody? How you doing, buddy? He works with me up at the job. I post a comment on the cheap foam cannon versus the expensive ones. Videos got me 64, 60 or so. Great video. I'll stick with the cheap one. The cheap one is actually pretty good, man. The thing is still rocking and rolling. One thing that I always recommend, anytime you use your foam cannons, doesn't matter what brand it is, let it run all the way out and just let the water just run all the way through it for, 20, 30 seconds, whatever. Make sure it's completely cleared out with just water, and then put it on a shelf somewhere. And honestly, I never have any issues with those things at all. And I've had the Torque foam cannon for about 4 years now, and then the Amazon one only a couple months now. But seriously, never had any issues with either one of them. Just joined you. What is your Grillo's Garage shampoo? Yeah, for sure, Charles. It's the Grillo's Garage Brilliant Shine, Brilliant Finish car wash here. I picked it up at Advanced Auto Geek here in Advanced Auto Parts in St. Cloud, Florida, near where I live. And I think it was $9 and change on sale. So that's a really good deal, I figured, because Grillo's Garage, let's face it, is a higher end, a little bit higher end brand, and so they sometimes cost a little more. But it was on sale, so I was like, boom, pick it up right away. Father's Day, yeah, for sure. Did you do anything today? I was working on a little bit more polishing the GTR, getting it ready for ceramic coating, but I had like a splitting sinus headache. It's just been like banging on me all day long. It's hurting so bad. So I just said, hell with it. I put my riding gear on, and I went riding today. I went riding for like about an hour and a half around the area just to, get some fun time out there riding the little Honda Grom. I love those, my tiny Honda Grom. It's a blast. For YouTubers live, does it foam? Can you give me my brother Nick Gers some birthday love? Happy birthday tomorrow. He loves you. Thanks a lot. Nick Gers, happy birthday, man. Good luck out there, and hope he gets you big time or gets you something really nice for your birthday. At least take you out somewhere for like steak or something. You know what I mean? Do a video on dish soap versus wax. See if the stripper wax actually so whatever. I don't know. The problem with that, Aaron, is I don't know how I would be able to easily show one thing or the other. One of the things I try and do with my videos, actually, just show you proof positive one way or another if it works. I don't know how we could actually show it. It's not like I'm bringing out like a microscope out here for you, and we're going to put the slides in there and see what's going to happen. It might be kind of hard to show the results of one versus another. Yes, I have the Grillo's Garage paint prep that actually strips the actual wax. Turtle Wax's Max Power Car Soap is at the higher level. Will strip your wax for you. There's a couple other ones out there, but those are just some of the ones I personally own, and they do a great job. What's going on, Ruben? How you doing, buddy? Have you seen or heard of Max Shine polishers knockoff? I have not, Aaron. I have not. I was thinking today when I was polishing, I was like, man, it could probably be a little bit nicer to have like a long throw polisher, something like a flex polisher with a higher, with a bigger throw than my actual Grillo's Garage one. Even though the Grillo's Garage works fine, it takes you longer because it's not going to give you as much of a surface area at one time. That's about all it does. And so I was like, should I buy one? And I was like, nah, there's two. I don't really need to spend that kind of money, especially when I'm now having more problems with the blue car. I'm like, just one thing after another. And, I've been dumping all my extra money into paying off the GTR. So, I bought it last year. I only owe $24,000, right? That's all I owe left on the GTR. So it's like, I'm doing pretty good. I've paid off over $20,000 in the last, just under a year and a half. I've paid $20,000 on the GTR. So I'm like, get rid of it, get out of debt again. So I can get myself a 4-door car since I have my son. He's getting older and older. So it's gonna be a little harder now that he's going to be in the regular car seat. And you have to like squeeze in there and stuff. And it'd just be easier for me buying a 4-door. Like the honest reviews had Father's Day. Thank you so much, Charles. I really appreciate that. I do the best I can. I'm not trying to be the next 100,000 to 200,000 subscriber guy. We're just out here to have fun and hang out with you guys and show you some basic results and go from there. There's a million channels out there that always are probably going to give you those really high-end, delicate parts. But, we're here to have fun. We're trying the basic stuff you can get over the counter and then some online stuff. And I hope you guys really do enjoy it. That's the biggest thing for me is if you guys enjoy it. As a matter of fact, what is it, Dawn dish soap and Friday Foam Friday, that has done very good. I was actually surprised how fast it's gaining videos. I'm like, dude, are you going to be another viral video here soon? Like when I did my Amazon foam cannon versus the Chemical Guys Torque one, I think that one is up to like 95 or 100,000 views already. That's nuts. I mean, I only uploaded it 2 months ago maybe, and it already has like 100,000 views. That's pretty good right there, especially when you only have 20-something thousand subscribers. So that really, really is getting out there. So I'm like, is this going to be my next viral one that's really going to get big on that one? So, I mean, if you get something that is going to that fast, that goes way more than you have subscribers, you're doing pretty good. Let's put it that way. As a small channel, you can easily make that. But once you get bigger, it's kind of a lot harder. You'll see that with a lot of the big channels. They'll have like hundreds of thousands. They only get maybe like, 20, 30, 40,000 views on a thing when they have 500,000 subscribers. So it's a thing that every YouTuber has to deal with. And so hitting those numbers now where you're making way more than you actually have subscribers, it's a lot harder. So it's nice when you get to see that stuff. I bought a $17 foam cannon from Amazon, changed it out of 7 to 1. Seems like crazy with 15 PSI. Definitely, for sure, Kevin. There's no doubt, man. I heard a lot of people do that. I just leave mine stock because I want to give the best stock results there is. And so to give you guys true results of what to expect if you just buy this product straight up without doing anything to it. Or you want to try, let's just say we want to try, the Grills Garage soap in there and will it foam up, that kind of thing. I try and give you the best results there really is. Do you detail other cars? Do you just do your own? For the most part, I've been doing my own, Scott. I've been asking some of the neighbors if I can start using their cars, but so far, nobody's volunteered to let me have it. It's not like I'm charging them to do their cars. I'm like, look, guys, I've got like 4 or 5 bottles of wax that I haven't even tried out yet, and I'll just wash your car and wax it. I'm not going to polish their car or anything because that takes hours, but I'll wash it, clay bar it and stuff like that and put a wax on for free if they just let me use it in a video. And they just kind of seem like, that kind of thing. I'm like, so. It's just got to get my name out there. And once it's just like, I feel like it's when you mow her yard and then she talks to her friend and then you mow your friend's yard. And then, the word of mouth thing spread. So I just need 1 or 2 cars in my neighborhood to let me do their stuff. And then I should be able to get going from there. You know what I mean? If I need cars and just be like, hey, can I use your car? They'll be like, oh yeah, you can use it. Or, they might swing by and drive by because you have that a lot in my neighborhood. They always want to drive by and stop and see what I'm doing. Which one would I choose? Aaron, I think I was looking at the 15 millimeter flex. That's what I was looking at. What kind of 4-door do you want to get? Leo, that's up in the air right now, buddy. I really don't know. There's such a huge gambit right now. I've heard rumors about the Accord Type R possibly coming to America around 2019, 2020. That would be a #1 view for me. I would think about something like a Civic Type R for sure, but only around MSRP like 34,000. I would never pay over MSRP, and they're starting to finally get down there. I would think about a Genesis sedan, like a G80 sedan. I like those. I've test driven them twice. They're really, really big cars and really fancy, like loaded, but they're not that expensive because it's still part of the Genesis brand. Now, once they starting to get up there, they'll probably be 50,000 soon before we know it. I've thought once in a while about like not so much an SUV, but maybe like a Toyota Tacoma truck, but I just don't see the need for a truck. And I'm more happy with cars anyways. That's just my own thing. I'm not a big SUV type person. They're fine. They do what they need to do, but they just don't do it for me. I still want to have a little bit of fun in my car. And I like the ride of cars a lot better. Recently saw that you had a car wash soap. Looking forward to see how it works. For sure, Pooh, I will definitely get it. Thank you so much, by the way. Pooh has been one of the subscribers that he'll randomly send me $10 or $15 in PayPal. Like once a week I've been getting them. I'm like, I got to get an email that I've gotten a donation. I'm like, oh, and I see who it is. I'm like, so thank you so much, Pooh. I really do appreciate that. It's been really nice to have that again, because I use that money, and then when I buy stuff online, I pay it through it via PayPal, and that's how a lot of times I do it. So all that money gets donated, gets pulled out first, and then whatever's left gets debited from my account, and that's the way I do it. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Cleaning carpet and upholstery, which one is better, drill brush, DA brush? Drill brush or DA? I don't really know, man. I've never had to use them before. When I just used it, I just use regular over-the-counter stuff. So example, with your Turtle Wax or Meguiar's or stuff like that, they have the little bristle brush built in. I just do it by hand. It's not the end of the world. Spray it on there. Have yourself a damp microfiber towel, and then maybe a dry one. Spray it on, work it in there really good. And then with the damp one, come over there and pull up all that nasty dirt and debris from it. And then the dry one, you just go in there and buff it out. That's all I really do. I've seen where they go in there with the DA polishes and stuff, but again, I don't need to do it that much that I don't bring it out. You know what I mean? Where's my team today? I found rust in my fender. Yeah. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, Jacob. Join the party. Join the club. Come to Missouri and I can use black paint. Dude, I have so much stuff from like Turtle Wax that's meant for black cars, but I don't have any black cars. It's pretty crazy. I haven't been to Missouri in probably 20, 25 years since I was a lot younger. It's been a long time. What clay bar did you recommend? As a matter of fact, JC Klein, I just tested out Mother's Speed Clay 2.0. It's a very good product, very solid. It's one of the new type of nano skin type products that everybody's coming out with. It's like a rubbery base to it. It works out great. If you drop those types of products on the ground, unlike with a clay bar where you probably have to throw it away because you get all debris stuck into it, you just kind of wash it off and you keep going. And you can use it for about, I think they recommend it around 40 times. Mother's recommends. It's a solid clay bar. Like again, about $20. It's well worth it. Well worth it. Do you like the new Nissan Altima? Nah. The Nissan cars, besides like the GTR, I've never really been interested in. I like the Murano. The Murano looks nice. The Maxima, I think it's time for the Maxima to have a refresh. I think it's coming up here soon, probably the next year or two. So we'll see. Again, another year or two, who knows what's going to be out. Altima, they just don't do it for me. They're just kind of bland cars. I like something with either some sporty power to it or good looks or a lot of luxury. So I'm torn between the sportiness of a car and then luxury. So it's going to be really hard for me. Like the G80 gives you like 365 horsepower and it's a lot of luxury in it, and it's a lot of room too. It's massive room in it. Or you go with something like a Civic Type R or something that's a little bit smaller, still plenty of room in it. Obviously going to be cheaper. And it has like 305 horsepower, even though they said the 2019 Honda Civic Type R will be like Europe's and it will have 320 horsepower. So that'll be cool too. And, it's a little hot hatch. They're rare. Civic Type R's are rare. So they'll hold their value pretty good, where a Hyundai Genesis is not going to hear it. Stinger GT. Yeah, my wife actually thought they were, she mentioned it to me and I was just like, I've seen them in person. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of Kia cars. I've never thought they were really pretty. Like, to me, the Stinger GT engine is the same one that's in the Genesis G80. I'd rather have the Genesis G80 over that any day of the week. What's up? Are you testing next? Mark, we're going to be testing Grillo's Garage Brilliant Finish Car Wash. That's what we're actually going to be testing out. So look forward to that probably in a week from now. I might wash my wife's minivan tomorrow. It's filthy, but we'll see. It rained Saturday. I got soaked riding the bike. It rained all today. This afternoon it rained. We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. I really got to finish polishing and then trying to get the ceramic coating done on my GTR because now I'm going to have to start using the GTR as my daily again, as both my Preludes are broke down. So it's like, SUVs running the thing world. Yeah, for sure. What soap are you testing? Yeah, you already saw that. What microfiber towels do you have? I actually have a bunch of Chemical Guys silk line towels. I got them off of Amazon. I think they were like $13 for 12 of them. It was a really good deal. Good night. Sorry for the short time. No worries, Aaron. No worries. What about the Lincoln MKZ? Nah. I like where Lincoln is going. I'm glad they're back and they're making really pretty cars. Like the Continental is nice. I would like to see them bring a town car back out again. I think that's what they really need. I think the Aviator is decent and all that stuff, but those aren't my type of cars. You know what I'm saying? They're not. I don't look at them and go, you know what I mean? That's what you have to do to me. I'm not buying. If I didn't care what it is, you might as well just get a Civic or a Corolla. You know what I mean? Just a basic A to B transportation. But to me, I like to see something I enjoy. That when I walk away, I'm like, I like that car. It's really nice, and then I enjoy getting to drive it. So that's what I need to look for personally. I know everybody's different. Luxury and power. Yeah, but I don't know if I really want to get into high payments again, Daquan. My GTR is $736 a month. Last month I paid $1,800 on it. I had a really good month, so I dumped all that extra money onto it. And I paid $1,800 on my car payment. I just don't think I want to get into that kind of massive payment again. $400 or $500 is fine. $736 when it's like, I don't know if I want to get back into those bigger payments. And if you get an AMG or whatever, again, you're into some super high payments. And I'm just not at that point where I want to spend that kind of money. What's your thoughts on BRZ? They're very slow. I test drove one when they first came out in 2011 or 2012. I drove one. They're slower than my Prelude. To me, it's pointless. What's your favorite tire shine as of now? Ooh, that's a loaded question, Kevin, because there's different types of tire shines. You're gonna have aerosol cans, you're gonna have your gels, and then you're gonna have your like creams. And if you want like a high tire shine, you probably want to get like a Grillo's Garage, a black shine. You want to get a Dub tire shine, or you want to get like a Meguiar's NXT. If you want just like a gel, definitely go with Meguiar's Ultimate or Grillo's Garage tire gel. If you just want a cream that's gonna last you the longest, Chemical Guys VRP, Masterson's tire, and what was the other one? I forgot. But anyways, any one of those three, it's going to depend on what you actually are looking for, though. I use the soap suds. It feels like strip my wax. It shouldn't strip your wax at all. It shouldn't strip them as long as you are getting pH balance. Like example right here, it says right here. I don't know if you guys are going to see it. It says preserves your wax's pH balance. As long as your car wash pH balance, it's not going to strip your wax. Did you take that care of the shop? Yeah, I did. And here it is. What has it been, like 3 weeks later, 2 or 3 weeks later since I picked it up? There's now the strut's blown on it. And I'm like, oh my God. So I got to get it towed tomorrow morning. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and have it towed to the local shop that it's done a couple of things on the car before. I'm not taking it back to the other place in Kissimmee that sucked. I'm going to take it back to a place that I know will get the job done, and they'll get a job done in a couple of days max. So that's what the plan is tomorrow, to get up and have it towed tomorrow. Since I can't obviously drive it there, it's just ridiculous. I can't believe it was dragging the front tire. It was ridiculous. The strut went bad on it today, I guess. I went to pull it out of the driveway, and it felt like I was running over something. And it was like, I was like, oh, crap, I'm running over something. Well, anyways, it ruined the passenger wheel in the front, and it was actually dragging the passenger wheel. So there's a black rubber line like this up my driveway where I got it back up in the driveway. Like I was full gas and it was just barely moving. It was like riding with a parking brake on. It was just like, you got to be kidding me. So I put it on Instagram so you guys can see. The driver's side is solid, but you get on the passenger side, you can like kick it in. It will actually fold in like this. And I was like, oh, dude. So again, got to spend more money on it. No, most luxury cars do not hold their value. You are 100% right about that. Where Civic Type R will hold its value. The used Civic Type Rs are actually selling for more than MSRP of a brand new one. But now that a few dealers around the country now are starting to get down to selling them right at MSRP or maybe like a couple $100 above. And I think that would be fine, because I understand it's a very limited production car. But at the same time, it's like I'm not paying $5,000, $10,000 above MSRP for a car. That's just me. It's just stupid. Check the SVT Lightning or Lexus. I've never been the biggest fan of Lexus cars. They just don't look that good. And Lightnings, yeah, I heard they're really, really nice. I don't know how much they are to repair, upkeep on them. Are they going to fall apart? Because American cars are not known for the longest lasting cars. Let's put it that way. Best tire shine that has no sling. You probably want to go with something like a gel or a cream. Any one of those kind of things, like a gel or a cream, or it usually doesn't sling like that. Grillo's Garage, I didn't find any sling with Grillo's Garage at all. What was the other one I tested recently that had no sling? I can't remember. I just don't remember if it was Mother's or what. Father's Day. Thank you so much, Riley. I really do appreciate that. What's the best tire shine that's a sling? I already answered that one. Spend $100. No. Yeah, exactly. No way, man. I'd rather put that money towards the second house. I'd rather have a second house in the mountains. What are the best car wash soaps? Ooh, over the counter, probably like Meguiar's Gold Class, Mother's Wash and Wax, Eagle One Nano Wash and Wax. Any one of those three are going to be like over the counter. I love them. Let me rephrase that. What's your personal favorite that you like to put on your car, whether it's aerosol? Excuse me. I usually try different stuff all the time. You guys know that, Kevin. I usually put on like aerosol spray. As a matter of fact, you guys tomorrow will see the Voodoo tire shine I put on there. Personally, if I'm going for longevity, I'll probably put on like a Chemical Guys VRP or Masterson's Trim and Tire Shine, because they usually last me a full 2 weeks or so, unless it rains. If it rains, it's going to cut it down a lot faster. But I try out some of these products, and with the rain, a day later, it's all gone. It's terrible. Where I've noticed with the gels and your creams, even with the rain, you'll still have some shine a couple days later. Where the aerosol, it's all gone. Car air freshener. Oh, that's a good one right there. If you can get lucky enough and find the Turtle Wax Caribbean Breeze scent, which is a little bit harder to find, I love it. But the Meguiar's one did great, and so did the Eagle one. But the Eagle one kind of stinks a little bit. As a matter of fact, I noticed that Armor All now has the little spray cans or whatever like that. So I bought one yesterday when I was at AutoZone when I bought the soap. So you'll be seeing that one get tested again here soon. So that should be really cool. I'll be able to fill you in for that. As a matter of fact, that was like $5. So it's like whatever. It just depends what you guys want. But the three I've tested so far, all of them are solid. It's going to come down to your nose. What scent you like more than the other? I've ran a tire dressing. I've used Meguiar's Ultimate Protect. We're pretty nice. Yeah, I guess that could be a way. You know what? Your gels and your creams are going to last you far longer than aerosol. Get yourself Meguiar's Ultimate Gel. That should last you for months and months, if not pushing a year. VRP, that's a very good one for you. Active. I have it, and I have 2 thumbs up. I'm not the biggest fan of every Chemical Guys product. Everybody knows that. But the VRP is one of their very good products that I can highly recommend all day long. As a matter of fact, one of my subscribers is notified me that they're opening a new Chemical Guys detail store in Tampa in the next couple of weeks or a month from now in July, and he invited me to come over. He said, I'm one of your subscribers. I just got hired on at the Chemical Guys detail store over in Tampa, off Fowler Avenue near Busch Gardens. Would you like to come over or whatever? And we're having the grand opening in a couple of weeks. So he's like, I thought I'd invite you over. So I don't know, maybe we'll get to go over there and see it. We'll see what happens. Based on your experience, what car brands are reliable, Honda or Toyota? There's no other I could recommend. If you want a car that's going to last you forever, a Toyota or Honda all day long, reliability for years. A Civic, a Corolla would be fine. Corollas are so bland and boring. Get a Civic. Just get a Civic, okay? Corollas are the most boring looking cars. At least Civics have a little bit of looks to them, a little bit of curves. Hold on, I gotta get my huge wallet out. I've got so many millions of dollars in my thing. Love Meguiar's tire gel smells like grapes. You are right about that one, Victor, for sure. What's a good glass cleaner? Easy. Stoner Car Care Invisible Glass. Invisible Glass is amazing. It works on your tint and it works on thing. I use it in the house, on the car, on my motorcycle helmets. It's the best thing to do. Adam's Tire Shine. I've already tried it, buddy. Already tried it. Don't get a car over 10 grand for your first car. My first car was a 1988 Hyundai Excel hatchback. My parents bought it for me. It was $800. It literally broke down every 2 weeks. And that's when I bought my next car. Well, after about, let's see, I think I kept that for about 8 or 9 months, and I sold it because it was just like, it was so much of a headache that I got my first job, which I still have that job. And all these years later, because I wanted a car that actually ran, a car I was happy to have. So that's what happened. But yeah, let's see, I bought my first car myself. The Chevy Beretta I had, it was I paid like $6,000 something for that. It was I think it was 3 years old, and I had that until it was totaled and somebody hit me from T-bone me. What's up, man? Just dropping by. I understand, Regal. Thanks for stopping by, dude. I really do appreciate that. Do you ever get free samples of products? Yes, all the time, Scott. As a matter of fact, anytime I make a video, let's say, and a company sends me products, I always make sure to let everybody know that, and I tell you straight up front, look, this company sent it to me for a test. So I do get tons of it, Scott, that's sent to me. I do buy a lot of my own products. You guys all know that. But if let's say Turtle Wax for sure is one of them, sends it to me, Masterson's, Limitless Car Care, Stoner Car Care, 303 products. Who else has sent me stuff? Eagle One has sent me stuff back in the day. What else have I gotten? I've got a couple other companies that are contacting me and saying, would you try our products? I always let you guys know that right in the front. Voodoo has now started contacting me, but I bought all their products, and for the most part, what else? Who else? Gator Details contacted me. They want me to try their stuff. Oh, there's a company called Wicked Car Care has contacted me. They want me to start trying their stuff. I've got a lot of personal emails and stuff like that that are people contacting me. So, but I do try and let you guys know I don't want to be biased or any way with the other, but I do recognize that, hey, these people sent this to me. Thoughts on wireless car wash? They're easy, nice to use. If it gets too dirty, though, just use regular stuff. But if it's a light dirt, definitely a great way to go. Just make sure you keep flipping the microfiber towel. You do not want to drag that dirt back through it again. You know what I mean? Do you recommend a product for tires to prevent sidewalk? Charles, I'll tell you, I've had some of my cars, how many years now, guys? I usually run out of tread before I ever see any cracking on my tires. So I wouldn't worry about spending money on it. Seriously. I'd say, let's see, I bought the white Prelude in 2009. I think it was a couple of years before I put my first sets of tires on that. And they had a little bit of cracks, and I think they were from like early 2000s. I mean, they lasted for well over 10 years, and no problems with it. So again, I wouldn't worry about it too much. What type of cars? Riley, I mentioned it before. I would say probably something like it's either going to be a luxury car or maybe like a Civic Type R. If Honda brought out an Accord Type R, which there's been rumors for like a 2019 in 2020, I would definitely probably buy one of those because the Accords are very nice, especially the new ones are very big and large. I'd consider a manual Honda Accord, the Honda Accord Sport manual, but I would probably still lean for more of a Civic Type R myself, just because of the fact that I like the sportier looks more. They're very rare. They're going to hold their value much better than any other car out there because they are limited. So that would just be me. Has your Walmart got that new red? No, Gage. I've had so many people contact me, Gage, and I have not seen it at all. I didn't see it at Advanced Auto Parts either yesterday. As soon as I see that, I will pick it up unless anybody here just feels super generous and their local Walmart has it and you want to send it to my P.O. box. Just let me know, and then that's fine. But I have not seen it at the Walmarts locally here yet. I look every time I go. I always walk through there, but I never saw anything. Starter car carry glass cleaner works well. I don't remember it stinking too much poop, and I don't remember that at all. Ammo is a great waterless car wash. I have not tried any of the Ammo products yet. Have you tried Eagle One mag wheel cleaner? I have not. I haven't tried Eagle One stuff in a while. They were bought out like 2 different times. They're owned by the Energizer Bunny company. Yeah, wow. That's the way it is. What's up, Chevy? How you doing, buddy? Have you tried your any superior products like Coverall? No, I haven't. I can't tell you that I have. So sorry, buddy. Have you ever tried any of the Rev Auto? Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely tried a few of their stuff music. Their Neo Armor is basically a spray-on sealant, and it's meant to be used with their clay block bar, which is kind of like every other one that's out there. But what I'm saying is you're meant to use that it's like a spray-on sealant you use while you're decontaminating your paint. So you're using that as the lubricant for the clay bar. So you're knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. And that stuff was on my wife's minivan for 6, 7, 8 months. It was a solid product from Rev Automotive. Highly recommended. Neo Armor. He's a very small company still, but if you're interested in something like that, a good spray-on sealant, go check out Neo Armor from Rev Auto. When he sends it with the clay bar. So you use the actual lubricant, and your Neo Armor is the lubricant, which is also a sealant, and then you just clay butt your car at the same time. It's really, really good. Other than what you have you ever had your cars detailed? No, I've never paid anybody to detail my cars. Now, I've always washed and waxed my own cars. Yeah, you get free samples. You get into cleaning cars and taping it. Wait, now? Hold on. Sorry. That's pretty cool. You get free samples. What made you get into cleaning cars? Well, you know how we all are. We take care of our cars. We like our cars. So I actually had just I was washing some stuff, and I was still living in North Florida at the time, and I put out 1 or 2 videos just showing my results of like, look how pretty the car is after I tried one of these products. And it actually got a lot of views on it. People wanted to see more, and they were asking for, have you tried this or that and the other? And I was like, all right, well, I'll try some new products. And before I knew it, and when I was moving down here, I tried some products, and the channel just started growing and growing and growing. I mean, not at like leaps and bounds, but it is a steady little growth rate. And that's what it had. That's the only reason I recorded it, just because people want to see it. Otherwise, I would have just kept watching and doing my own thing. I love your YouTube banner. When you're gonna with your son in the GTR? Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's a blast, man. He's a great kid. I love it, Jacob. He's down there right now. My wife said she thought he was saying his first words earlier today. So I don't know. We'll see. What did you think about the Bermuda? Dude, Bermuda is super nice, guys. If you've never been to Bermuda, which of course I hadn't either, the water is so clear, so blue. It's so pretty. It's Bermuda was a part of a volcano at one time. They said, a long time ago. And what you have is the remnants of the volcano. So it's kind of like Hawaii. So the water around it is just like, holy cow. I mean, it's just so blue and so pretty. And then you have these big rocks and boulders just sticking up out of the water, like all around the island. Because, it was a volcanic island at one time. And it's just like, oh. And then they had the pink sand beach, which is called Horseshoe Beach or something like that. Yeah, Horseshoe. And you can see the little pink particles in the sand, which gives it the whole appearance that it's light pink or a bit of just a hint of pink to it. It's so beautiful, guys. If you guys have never been to Bermuda, you guys definitely check it out. It's expensive there, but you know, it's not like Caribbean islands where they're more like, hey man, you know, that kind of stuff. We're laid back and things are dirt cheap there. It's very expensive in Bermuda, very modern. It's a very modern island, and nothing's cheap there. They told me their conversion rate for gasoline is $8 a gallon. $8. It's like, oh, you know, I came back and gasoline prices have started going down again, and I'm like, yay! But $8 a gallon is just nuts. Spare coverall compared to the spray tire shop. Oh, coverall. That's the one in the blue can where I bought that recently, but I just haven't made the video to test it out yet. So, Taquan, make sure you check that out here soon. It will be out. I did buy the coverall spray can. Let's just suggest liquid wax. It works great with both hand application and polish application. Volumes of Meguiar's backs and yeah, the Meguiar's Ultimate does good. Turtle Wax Ice. I love Turtle Wax Ice. It's just a solid one. What else do I think about that's liquid that I've tried? Some of Mother's products that are higher end Mother's ones that work really good. Gorilla's Garage Best of Show is really good if you can find that. I know Advanced Auto Parts sells it. It's a good place to get it. I don't know, like over the counter though, for sure, any one of those will treat you really good. What's the difference between a Stoner glass cleaner and a spray bottle versus a cap bottle? What? What's the difference between the Stoner glass cleaner and a spray bottle versus a cap bottle? I don't understand what you mean, Poo Panda. I don't know if I know what you're talking about. Now I know that they have. If you mean like an aerosol can, there's no difference. It's just an aerosol versus a pump, if that's what you're meaning. Other than that, there's no difference at all. Found this 1991 $200 miles on the Craigslist area for $900, and the car is in pristine condition. Called the guy and just said, "That's a good deal. Any car for $900 that runs is a good deal." You might run into a lot of problems, like with my '91 Prelude. I've had it now, and in the last couple of years, I've really had to spend a lot more money on it. Now it's some kind of electrical problem, and it's just like, oh my god, you know. So. You know, he might say it works great because that guy told me the white one worked great. In reality, the brakes and the calipers were completely shot when I bought it. So I told them that. I said, I'm going to spend hundreds of dollars, and I did, to put all new brakes and calipers on the white car. And it cost me something like $500. And so thoroughly go through it. $900, that's really, really cheap. Even for a twin turbo 300 should still fetch a couple $1,000 without batting an eye. So that kind of is scary thinking, you know. Lexman, you know what I mean? Have you tested any metal polishes? Oh, dude, tons of them, Chris. You must be new to the channel, buddy. Search Storm. I've tested Eagle One, Mother's, Turtle Wax, Meguiar's, Dub. Who else have I tried? God, I've tried tons of metal polishes, buddy. Lots of them. Do you have any reviews on all-in-one products like HD One Speed? Oh, I have not that I know of, anyways. I was thinking about that earlier too when I was like going over the GTR. You know, I've been using polish and using the chemicalized VSS. If you guys haven't seen my Instagram, go on Instagram, go check it out. So I've been actually I've been using a chemicalized VSS on the GTR. The swirls weren't that bad, so I've been kind of switching between that and my just a regular finishing polish on it. But I really wanted to clean it up, and it works out pretty good. But I would really like to get one of those. Like the 3D, are you talking about the 3D Speed all-in-one or Minerza in the future? I mean, obviously those are order online products, but I definitely want to try those in the future. Good night, Chris. Thanks for stopping by. What head unit is in the background? Just install a Kenwood. Oh, that's the one that's in my blue Prelude. It's the Pioneer NEX AVH 4200. So it's the 4200. It's the big double-din touchscreen. That's just the box. I've had it up there for I don't know how long. And then you see another box there. Yeah, that's for my son. So just letting you guys know, that's what that is. 300Z, yeah. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, those are you still like thousands of dollars for that car? So I don't think so. How's the Prelude restoring coming along? Well, if you didn't know, Joel, today something's wrong with the strut now on the passenger side, and the car was dragging the front tire in the driveway, and I was like, oh my god! So I got to tow. Now that car is going to get towed tomorrow to get the struts replaced on it. It sucks. But hopefully after that, then I'll be looking for the stuff from there. 23,000. Yeah, for anybody who didn't know, I think it was Friday night or Saturday, I hit 23,000 subscribers. 23,000. This channel is just booming right now. booming right now, and I'm loving it. It's not as high as it was like a month ago when I was gaining like 1,100 subscribers, but it's still like 800 something subscribers in the last 30 days when YouTube's timeline. So that's still excellent numbers right there, and the channel is still going up, and we're loving it. At 25,000, I'll do another big giveaway, and we'll go from there. Funny that the person who won has never contacted me and said thank you or anything. They just put in their info motion. They never even let me know that they even got the package. So it's just like, that's why I don't do giveaways, because most people, granted, this person says he's been watching me for a long time, but most people that I actually did when I used to do giveaways for every 1,000 subscribers, they never even took the time to say thank you or let me know they even received it. It's like, come on, man, you got like $30, $40 in free products and you didn't have to pay for anything. And you can't even give me a simple thing like, hey, I got my box or anything. And so I really stopped doing that because a lot of people were just trying to get free crap off of me. And so I just stopped doing it. But I promise you at 25,000, we'll do another big giveaway. I might even do like a prepaid gift card for like AutoGeek and let you guys buy whatever the heck you want under that kind of prepaid thing. So you guys can go just nuts buying like, oh, I want some of this. I want to try this. And it doesn't matter what company it is. You get to pick what you all want. So I think that's going to be my thing there. And Grom video is coming out. It will actually be, I actually just rode the Grom big time the last 2 days. It will be out tomorrow. I have one for the 2,000 mile review on that. So we'll get in there. Let's see that crazy son. He's downstairs right now, Tom. I know he is. No replies. Nope. Nope. All they did is say thank you very much, and they gave me their address, and I contacted Peter up there at Stoner, and I told him the address, and he said, okay, I'll get it out to him. And I trust Peter. Peter's a good guy. Okay. And so I know he probably shipped it out the exact same week, but I never found out if the guy received it, if he tried it, nothing. So just the way it goes. That's why I don't really give out a lot of stuff, because in the YouTube world and in the world in general, as you guys know, growing up and living in this world, people are leeches, and a lot of people just want free crap. And so that's why I really don't do a lot of giveaways, because a lot of people they come out of the woodwork. It's like if you were to hit $1 million lottery tomorrow, all these people you haven't talked to in years, or your long lost cousins coming out, hey buddy, can I get some money? And they never even talk to you. You hear about it all the time. That's why so many of these big, huge lotto winners, they keep it private. They don't let anybody know who won. They just secretly take the money. They don't want their name to be given away. So they never announce who wins. They just say a man in Florida just won the $400 million one, and they don't ever announce the person's name. All they just say is a man or a woman. That's all they say. And because they want to hide their thing, because they still want to be average Joe. They don't want to let everybody know they have millions of dollars instantly. So that's the way it is. 303 metal polish on your exhaust, great. They don't think so. Yeah, it sucks, but that's just the way the world is going, man. I remember my parents used to always, like, especially my grandma and stuff, like, you better just, like, write a 3-sentence thank you note about what you're going to do with that toy or the money she sent you for your birthday every single time. My dad would come in with a note and be like, boom, write this out. I'm sending it to your grandma right now. He's like, give me a paragraph right now, what you're going to do with that money that she just sent you, and say thank you very much every time. And then he said, I'm going to include it with my card, and I'm sending it off to her tomorrow. I'm like, okay, every time. I'm getting a new C. What? You're getting a new C? Yo, Poppy. Well, I'm signing out. Thanks to answer the questions and making honest reviews. Happy Father's Day again. Thank you so much, Riley. I really do appreciate it. Good luck on that Z. Could be pretty expensive. You never know. That's why I definitely have it checked out. For $900, definitely check it out. Yeah, I know, Pooh. That was $110 items that I gave away, that we gave away on my channel. The whole bucket was $110 if you were to buy it from Stoner Car Care, and we did it for free. What are you up to today? Just did a lot of motorcycle riding, actually. What's up, Ken? How you doing, bud? How often do you drive the GTR? Usually maybe a couple times a week at most. I think I've put almost, about 3,700 miles on it since I bought it last January. I've put only 3,700 miles on it, so I don't drive it all the time. I haven't driven it other than pulling it out of the driveway to wash it and stuff like that, I haven't driven it in probably 2 weeks or more. Any ranch snacks? No ranch snacks. Just got the Pepsi right here. Hey, Chad, you said before you were adopted. Was it foster care? We've adopted before that. No, I was through a church. AJ, I was through a church. What Pioneer and it's the 4200. They just asked. It's the 4200. My son likes to pick up the stuff, as you can see on the ground, and just throws it all over the place. So he's a really messy person. Do you do wheelies? No, I've popped the wheelie up a few times, but I bought a wheelie bar, but I haven't installed it yet, because you have to move the the tip sensor in the back. So you have to cut the back end where the tip sensor is and move it up by the battery, because that's where the wheelie bar has to go. That bolts into your frame, so that way it can take the impact in case you like drop it or hit something with it. But I do have it. I just haven't installed it yet. Any dudes try to race you while you're in the GTR? Of course. Oh my God, yes. I've had riced out Civic SIs try and do it, and you're like, why? Oh, it's great because you know the average Joe here that doesn't care about cars has no idea what a GTR is. So it's funny that once in a while you'll actually have people trying to like floor it and around you and stuff like that, and like act like douches, and you're like, you have no idea what you're going up against. And you know it's pretty funny because I many times I've had people say they have no idea what the car is. And they don't know what it is or the significance about it. So they just think it's another car, and they just like, well, whatever. That's the way they feel about it. They're like, it's a Nissan, right? And I'm like, yes, it's a Nissan. But you'll have a lot of that, and you're just like, so what I do sometimes, I troll the people when they're trying to like floor it. I'll like hit the gas, and then they kind of like try and speed up, and maybe I'll hit the gas again, and I'm like, okay, and I like go off the gas, and I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's see if you're gonna do anything. But you have some fun with it once in a while. It's good to have it, because you know that you're not going to beat you. They're never going to beat you. But for all those guys that are like trying to race you and act stupid, no, I don't pay any attention to them. You just can't. You're going to get goaded into a race or something stupid, and then that's where the police will be right there. Be like, oh, you're street racing. Hey, buddy. You know, you don't want to be dumb like that. Trim Restorer for the first time seems to be good. Any plans on trying? I only have one of their products. They did contact me about a year ago. They wanted to send me some stuff, but they never contacted me again. And I just kind of was like, whatever, went on my way. That's the way it goes. You know, sometimes you get people that contact you and they want to send you stuff, and then you never hear from them again. Got to go to work at 8. That sucks, Alberto. I work evenings. That's why I like my evenings. Do girls like GTR? Most of them have no idea what it is. So it really wouldn't matter, Cody. Again, it comes down to they have no idea. You know what they do know? Lamborghinis and Ferraris. So unless you're on that level, but then they only like it because there's only one reason they like it right there. And they know you've got this right here if you're driving one of those. So yeah, most people, unless they're car people, then they won't know. Recently saw Armor All has a wash up called Armor All Premium Washing Color Gray. I don't know. I don't know which one that is. They have one that I tried out a couple years ago. It's kind of like a pearlescent color. But it's okay, not bad. The GTR only has an exhaust on it, Scott. That's all it has on it. Right now, my goal is to have it paid off in another year and a half or less. I'm really going crazy painting it off, so we'll see. Can you review CarWorks products? I haven't had any chance to look them up or anything. Right now, there's so many different companies that have contacted me, as well as people that are asking for companies, kind of like ammo. Everybody wants to see ammo. They want to see ammo. Ammo is the new atoms or the new chemical guys that everybody and their brother wants to see. So that's where they're at right now. You should reveal your Black Magic's tire wet spray. I've never had a problem with their stuff. It was always a nice shine, good cherry smell to it, but it does sling. Black Magic will sling, just letting you guys know. I don't know what the other car, Zilla's car. Yeah, most of these people don't know. Even the average Joe will never know what a GTR is. How's the pool? Fine. It's getting pretty high. I mean, with all the rain we're getting, I was looking at it today and I was like, oh, it's getting pretty high right now with all this rain. Yeah, most carry. Now, if it was Prada or like something like that, or Gucci or Louis Vuitton and stuff like that, oh, they could tell you everything about it, but that's the difference. And that's the way it goes. Tomorrow's my 21st birthday. Well, happy birthday, Dalton. Happy birthday. Have fun while you're at it. You got to at least drink one, just legally, so you can be like, I'm legal, bitch, and then be done. You know what I mean? Even if you don't, just to say you did it. If they do, they ain't worth it unless they're car enthusiasts. But then you get the thirsty girls that are the car enthusiasts because they have a million guys that are like, all over them. I've seen that happen way too much too. And that's kind of annoying. They'll have a completely stock car and they'll have all these guys like, oh, your car's so nice. What have you done to it? And you're like, ugh. So then those girls' head goes, that kind of thing. And that's not cool either. Jolly good fellow. Yeah, so man, I got a lot of things coming out this week. Again, I'll have the Mother's Clay Bar. I'm gonna try and do a finish polishing, but now that how do I want to say it? Today I didn't get it all done, and now I'm just kind of like, do I even want to keep bothering with trying to finish the polishing and then ceramic coating the car in time? Because if I'm gonna have to start driving the GTRs daily again until the Blue Prelude is back and getting strut fixed. I don't think a strut's going to take very long, more than like a day or two to have it fixed. But, that means the car will be dirty again. You have to go back to, decontaminating and stuff like that before you polish it. So I'm like, oh, oh, so I might just get half the car done or more than half of it and then just leave it because I don't want to rush it and have a couple of swirls here and there still left. I like it to be done right the first time done. That's the way I like to do my stuff. Car girls are all drama. Some of them are. Some of them are. I've seen them. They act tough. They act like they got the best car in the world, stuff like that. I'm not hating on them all, but I've seen enough of those kind of things. And you're just like, you haven't done anything to it, or your mommy and daddy gave you all that money for that. You haven't done anything. You haven't worked for it at all. But you'll have like 100 thirsty guys like, hey. That's just not me. I've never been to that. I turned 21. I was so excited. I was legit dream. I didn't even get carded. Wow. Yeah, I still look pretty young, guys. A lot of people think I'm still a lot younger than what I am. I only have to shave like right through here, right around here, and like I got a couple of specks here, but that's generally about it. And so I look a lot younger than what I actually am. It's pretty crazy. How long does it take to clay walks? Oh, it's not the claying that takes long. It's the compounding, polishing. You want to make sure before you apply ceramic, you want to make sure it is as best as that paint's ever going to look before you apply the ceramic coating to it. That's the pain in the butt. Polishing and compounding takes forever. And if you're very anal retentive, you're going to be like, oh shit, there's one or two little micro things there. And you're going to want to go back over that section again. That's what's been happening to me. And I'm like, oh, because I know ceramic lasts you a year or 2 years. Ceramic will last you. And I'm just like, oh, so you really don't want to, you don't have to deal with that again. One of the religious nuts. Well, Dalton, there's nothing wrong with that, Dalton, at all. I'm just saying, just if you want to, yeah, that's the way I am, man. I mean, this is completely soft still. There's just a little bit of pebbles through here. I got to shape every day and through here a little bit. And then the rest of it, as you can see, there's nothing there. I got like one or two little hairs there. You got to like, oh, I got to miss that little hair right there. And that's the way it is for me. It's pretty nuts. What ceramic coating do you plan on using? It's C Quartz UK 3.0. So it's their newest one that just came out this year. Do cars get rusted in Florida? Not really, not usually, unless it's like right on the beach somewhere. They don't get rusted because there's no salt usage down here, obviously. So no, you don't have to worry about rust at all. As a matter of fact, the white Prelude is from 1991. It's always been a Florida car its entire life, and it has no rust on it. There's a little bit of surface rust on the top, where like it might have had like rock chips and stuff on it, where it's kind of rusted over in the paint, but nothing in the frame is not rusted at all. It's perfectly clean underneath it. So that's the way it goes. Do you have to be a ceramic pro detailer to buy it? No, not at all. You just go buy it from a regular automotive place. Bugs. Love bugs are horrible here in Florida. They were here for a little while, but North Florida is full of love bugs. It's terrible. Want to live in Miami so bad, people say it's overrated. It's very expensive there, Johnny. Unless you have very deep pockets, it's more than you can afford, more than likely. Homes down there are averaging like $500,000 or more, for a nice home. You're going to spend $400,000 or $500,000 in that area. And it's just for a home the size of ours, you're pushing $1 million. It's not worth living down there. And everything is expensive down there because everything gets passed on. It's very heavy traffic down there. It's just the way it goes. No, she's never driven the GTR. As a matter of fact, for some reason, she's still awake and needs to go to bed. Well, go to bed then. Why are you still awake? I thought you said you were tired. The best razor I use is Defender razor. I don't know. And no, yeah, the wife has never driven GTR. She doesn't want to. Just search for it. I'm looking for a used blue GTR. Good luck. They're very rare. And the ones they do have, they hold the value a lot higher. I'm trading my 01 Maxima SV6, good one for Renault. Let's put it this way. When I was looking, I really wanted the blue GTR, and the red was my second choice. The blue one, there was only one in Florida I could find. It was over there in Daytona. It was in Tampa, and they wanted $72,000 for it. The red one I bought, I got them down to $64,000. So, that's just the way it is. They're both this 2013. No difference. They're both the premium version. And that's the difference of it. Blue are much more rare, and so they command a higher value. It's just the way it goes. As a matter of fact, if I was to buy a Civic Type R for my four-door car, I would buy it in that G and blue metallic they have it in. It's so pretty in the sun. It's beautiful, G and blue. And it's very roomy in the back seat. You like sit there and you have like this much room between your knees in the back seat. It's so roomy. I'm like, dang, this is nice. So That would probably be my Accord. And the thing is, they have that color also in the Honda Accord. So if the Accord came out in a Type R in the next 2 years, I'd buy that. Yeah, no, Cody, to be fair, I would rather people save their money than try and overextend. You know what I mean? If you could barely make the payments for 500,000, you're like, well, I can make $500,000 payment. I'm approved for it. Then you can't afford it. It's not worth it because you don't want to overextend yourself. You want to go on vacation. You want to buy those cars. You want to put money in your savings for retirement. You'll never be able to do it because you're just barely making the payments. Where if you bought a $300,000 house, well, now you have a lot more money. You don't have to spend every month, and you can still have a very nice home. That's what I'm trying to say. It just wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? There has to be a limit where you want some Popeyes. They're all going to be closed right now. Nothing open that late. Cherry Coke. I can't help you on the Cherry Coke. I'm going to Taco Bell. Anyone want anything? No, I have Pizza Hut downstairs. I had to bring in Pizza Hut. As a matter of fact, I called Pizza Hut and did the order, and I was going to go pick it up, and then I realized the blue car had the strut problem and it wouldn't move out of the driveway. So I had to call and cancel it, and then I had to call and just reorder it for a delivery. So I had to have it delivered to the house. So that kind of sucked. How long have you had the GTR? I bought it last January. Last January is when I bought it, actually. What do you think is the best wheel cleaner? I bought some new wheels. And honestly, over the counter, you'd be doing great with Meguiar's Ultimate. It's brand new for 2018, color changing, and has the iron remover in it. Solid. Eagle 1 A to Z is an amazing one as well. Also great. Either one of those you will never have a problem with. Thoughts on Chemical Guys Diablo? It's a solid thing. It might not have the cleaning power of something like a Chemical Guys or Meguiar's, but it is definitely solid. And what I do like about the Chemical Guys Diablo is it comes in the concentrate bottle. So what you do is you only put like 2 ounces in it per whatever, like 10 ounces of water. So that to me is a really great value for you for that 1/16 ounce bottle. You can get tons and tons out of it. So I do like that about them. I get that all the time. I'm just the better looking version and the poorer version. That's why. Chemical Guys are watered down. Yes, they are, Scott. Yes, they are. The A to Z smells terrible. Diablo shell smell like bubblegum. Yep, for sure. He looks like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yes, that's right. I can't do it. What do you think about the coverall? I haven't even tried it yet. I do have it, but I haven't even tried it yet. I will try it later on this week. Just give me some time. What do you think about the new Toyota Avalon? The grill is like this big. Hold on. Hold on. You still can't see how wide my arms are. They look awful. They ruined it because they made the grill too big. You're in a luxury car. What the heck are you trying to do? They said they're trying to make it for a younger generation because most people that buy Avalons are in the 50s and 60s and stuff. So they were trying to make it more hip and cool. Well, they ruined it. Just make yourself a nice little, what do you want to call it? A smaller grill, blacked out, maybe like a honeycomb grill, and be done with it. So it has the more aggressive look to it for the younger generation. But instead of having the grill that big, how about keeping the grill maybe this big? You know what I mean? Even the GTR, it's like, that's all you have is a little slat there where the GTR symbol is. And then you have the air inducts down here. And that's about it. They don't have anything else. You know what I mean? What do you think about the new Avalon, Toyotas and the girls? Yeah, the Lexus girls kill me. Chemical Guys are watered down. They watered down their products. Essentially, Daquan, essentially what they do. Think of it like a drug dealer cutting his drugs. And so he makes more profit. That's essentially what I see a lot of that products are. I heard back in the day they were a lot better, but then let's face it, money gets to you and you think, well, if I can cut an ounce of this product out, well, at over 1,000 bottles, how much money am I saving on product? And you do that kind of thing, just 1 ounce, guys, 1 ounce. And then maybe I want to do another ounce. Well, if it makes me another $10,000 by cutting out an ounce every time out of 1,000 bottles, that might be the way to go. So, you have that kind of mindset that starts to creep in as a business owner because you're like, well, how can I make more money and still sell products? Maybe they won't notice if it's just a little bit less product. And, that kind of thing can happen easily. Most companies are like that. They are very, very cheap. You guys know that. What other cars were you considering? No other cars. Honestly, none. I looked at the Genesis G80, and I was going to buy one of those. but we didn't come to an agreement on price. I offered them, I think, $42,000 on one, and they didn't want to budge because I wanted the fully loaded version with the V8, and they didn't want to come off. They said as low as they can get was like 46,000. I was like, meh, it's just not the right car for me at that time then. And they ended up, another dealer called me like 2 weeks later and was like, they turned you down. We'll sell it for 42,000. It was like instantly. So the MSRP was 50 and I offered 42 because I'd seen on the forums that they were selling for that low. People were buying for that low. And so the dealer over there in Lakeland was like, no, but the dealer in Ocala was like, we'll sell it to you in a heartbeat. And by then I was like, meh. And so I had my heart set on the GTR. So that's what I did. I sold the i370Z and I ended up buying the GTR. For casual car wash, do you think McGuire's Gold Soap? Yes, very good one. Very good soap. Very good soap. No problems whatsoever with McGuire's Gold Class. I sat in one. I thought it was very nice. Yes, they are very nice. No, Scott, I gotta afford the bills somehow, man. I mean, I sit around the house all day long. You know me. They put less product to make more money. Essentially, that's what you can do, and a lot of people understand that. And, I'm not saying that I fault them, and I know 100% they're doing that, but I just kind of feel that way. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say they're doing that 100% sure, but I know a lot of companies are very cheap and they find any way they can to cut corners, whether it's let's run with one less employee every single day and make the other ones have to bust their ass 10 times more, and I can make more money and I can get a profit. You guys know how these companies work, so that's why. I made the mistake of buying Chemical Guys waterless wash. Ready to use it was so watered down. I use. Now their one was okay, but not the one I bought before. The what was it called? It was a green. I didn't like it at all. What's up, boy? My friend is a Toyota Avalon. I'm not saying they're bad, Dalton, but the brand new ones that just came out, the grill is way too big, and I have a feeling because they've got ripped alive since they've just unveiled it earlier in the year, or was it last fall they unveiled it? They've got ripped alive by how big the grill is, and old people are not going to want something like that. So I have a feeling they'll be doing a refresh here in like 2 years. I think the same thing's going to happen with the Honda Accord as well. The Honda Accord needs the V6 in it to sell. The sales are really down on the Honda Accord versus the Camry, but the Camry kept the V6 where Honda said, we don't need the V6 anymore. It's only made up 10 or 15% of our sales. The fact is people want to have a V6. So if that 10 or 15% of your sales is being hurt now because you didn't offer V6, you know, and I think people were hating on the back end of the Accord too. The Accord didn't have the best looking tail end of it. So they might redesign that, the tail lights, as well as throw a V6 in it. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm putting my money on it now. Did you sell the 370Z? I sold it. Yes, I sold it privately. The guy actually met me at the car dealership where I bought my GTR. So the actual dealership did my paperwork for me. They did the paperwork like it was a trade-in at the dealership that they sold the car the exact same day. So that way it saves taxes for me and it helped save him the money as well. So we had already agreed on the price, and the dealer told me, he's like, let me do the paperwork and I'll take it like it was a trade-in, and then I'll turn it over and I sell it to him under the company name. He said that way you get the benefit on the tax because you traded in a vehicle, and two, he gets the benefit because I've already done all his title paperwork for him and everything. He doesn't have to go to the DMV anymore. Everything's done. So it saved both of us time, and the company still got their car sale out of it. So it worked out really good. Have you ever floored a GTR? Yeah, of course I have, Jacob. Why wouldn't you? Why would you buy a car and not floor it? It's the power is nuts. When it kicks on like a couple seconds into it, and it's just like, oh, and it really does it. It like pushes you back in the seat, and you're like, whoa, this is awesome. It is really a lot of fun, and it just gets woo, and you're just before you know you're gone. You're like, holy crap, I'm doing 100. 110, 120, 130, and it's just like that. And you're like, damn, I'm moving. And then you let go. Hers is older. Okay. Ran on McGuire's Ultimate Wheel Cleaner and bought some Diablo and is obsolete compared to McGuire's. Toyota messed up with their Avalon. Looks good in front. Young people will never jump on. No, young people. It's the same with like the Nissan Juke. Remember the Juke? And people hated it. It was such a controversial, ugly looking car. And I think they stopped making it now because they're bringing out the Nissan Kicks from Brazil. And they were like, well, we're bringing in the young people are going to want it. Or like they did with the Nissan Cube. Remember the Nissan Cube, the box ones? How many young people did you ever see buy it? Nobody bought those. Old people bought them. We're talking like 50, 60-year-olds that want to be hip still. They were the ones that were buying those little weird cars. And it was just like, oh, I've never seen it. Same with Scion. They said Scion was designed for younger people, you know, your 18 and 20-year-olds. You know who they said their average people that bought it? 50 and 60-year-olds were buying Scion. Their average buyer was 50 and 60. It just shows they totally designed them wrong. Nobody wanted them, and sure enough, they closed up shop. You know, you got to make something that people want, and you're aiming at this, but yet you're still in here, and that's why I see what's happening with them. Then the back door, it is weird. They're trying to go with that thing with like the Civic, and they're all trying to go with this back end stuff now. But I just don't. I think they missed it with the Honda Accord. And I think the rear tail lights will be redesigned in the next 2 years. Maybe like just a solid regular tail lights. No more of these like weird ones. And then I have a feeling they're going to add a V6 into it. If not, make a Type R version. If they have a Type R version with the V6, like a 365 horsepower Honda Accord, kind of like your Kia Stinger. Sign me up for it. Here's my payment right now. Happy Father's Day. Thank you so much. I'm a father. What are you talking about? You get out of here, Brendan. Get out. You go, Brendan. Go. Get out of here. Your friend still have his Integra. Which one? Which friend do you mean? Dalton Stream still like Fleetwood. No. Damn, the dealer hooked it up with selling. Yeah. Honda and Toyota make the best cars. They're going to last the longest. I'll tell you that. The Juke R was cool though. The Juke was ugly. Cubes are ugly. You're right. Simon is a middle-aged woman. Yes, exactly. Try Patterson's car here. Eventually, did you look at the Odyssey when you? Yes, we did. But the Odyssey seats were a lot harder. They weren't near as comfortable. As well as they put their spare tire right behind the driver's seat here, and literally the rug accidentally came up because the rug was like stacking 2 different rugs on top. It was really weird, and we just didn't like it. And the seat was a lot harder. The Toyota was better looking, especially in the SE version. And it had more power, and it was much more comfortable. So that's why I went with it. And the Toyota Sienna has a higher resale value than the Honda Odyssey does. Remember when Nissan announced the Juke, said there was going to be a 4-door turbo and hatch? Yeah, no. Brendan, I'm a father, Brendan. The band released how Juke actually looks. Juke was awful looking. I'm out, man. Very nice stream. I'm going to tune in for the Grills watch tonight. Thanks so much, Scott. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. What's up, Hydro? How you doing? Ever thought of doing merch? I don't know, Lex, man. I mean, I don't know if people would be interested if we made like T-shirts, like detailing T-shirts or whatever. I don't know. Like some people have asked me recently in the last year, would I start my own company? But damn, man, that would put a lot of stress on me when I already have a real job. And that means you have to invest a lot. I can't imagine it. It has to be like $15,000 to at least get your foot in the door because you have to do with your the government with all your taxes, your government write up your brand name, all that stuff has to be patented. You have to go to a lab and create your cleaning products and have them bottled because you're having to pay for the bottling before you even sell your first bottle. You have to pay for the first, how many ever bottles you have. So let's say you have them make, a minimum of 500 each is what their minimum is. Well, maybe you're sucked in like $10,000 into the laboratory right away for bottling and packaging. And now it's like, now you got to move that $10,000 of product. Plus you've already invested in the government, having to get all your paperwork done. Oh, I bet it's not $15,000, $20,000 before you even put your foot in the door to even start selling products. So I don't know about that. Yeah, I've seen the Juke R before. If you gave your subscribers a name, what would you call them? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't think about that kind of stuff. I'm trying to read through everybody. Starting business will be very biased. Yeah, it's hard to. Electron Blue Pearl Honda Prelude. I want one now. The Accord Turbo. The actual Electron Blue Pearl is a different color that's in the Accord Turbo. The Accord Turbo is a Aegean blue metallic, like the Aegean Sea over there by Italy. So you have your Aegean blue metallic. It's a beautiful color, but it's not the same color as Electron Blue Pearl. There's a lot of like stuck in a sap or something on the French car. I can tell you. He tried washing it. Yeah, sap is hard to get off. You might want to get a proper there is some products that will remove sap, but you want to find and get that stuff off as soon as possible. It will ruin your paint. You guys over there in the comment section are crazy. I need to. You know what? I haven't even smelled what this smells like. We should do a smell test real quick. What do you guys think? We should do a smell test real quick. Look, it literally split in half. So I thought I took it off and I didn't take it off. Come here. We got to open it up. It's like a Christmas present, guys. It's Christmas. By the way, I forgot to I didn't get a video out for you guys yesterday. I'm sorry about that. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, hold on. It smells just like bubble gum. Like, you know, bubble gum, like the big pink bubble gum stuff. Remember, you guys know that from when you're a kid? It smells identical to that. Oh, it smells so good. You have no idea, guys. No, I haven't tried this one. I tried the original Griot's Garage Car Wash. It just wasn't that good. It was kind of watered down. But this is one of their newer products that came out within the last year. And I just went ahead and picked it up. But wow, does it smell really, really good. I lost the. I'll buy it for the smell, dude. The smell is Dalton. You've got. I'm telling you, you guys got to try this. This stuff smells amazing right now. It really smells that good. It really does. You know, you have a few products out there. As a matter of fact, one of the things I talked to Voodoo Car Care when they contacted me earlier this week, and their brand manager contacted me because he saw my video reviews, and he told me. What can we work on the car stuff? I'm like, you know, with your Voodoo Car Care, you have this neon yellow, cool looking stuff. You have a great name, great icon to you. I said, but your soap doesn't smell good. It just doesn't smell. There's no smell to it. Add a nice, cool scent to it. Make it smell wow when you're doing it. I said, keep the lubricity up some and give me some suds. I know suds aren't the actual cleaning power of it, but when I ran out of suds towards the end of the car, it was almost gone. I said, that's kind of makes you feel like there's no soap left. And it just I understand that the suds aren't actually cleaning the car, but as a mental thing, you kind of think like, oh, so I guess the soap's all gone because the suds have died on it. And there's no, you know, that kind of thing. But I told him one of the big things I talked about was I was like, put some good scent in it. And I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference if you have some good scent in it. It's great. And he said they'll definitely take advantage of it. Cool, super cool guy. I told him, I said, you guys really need to get into Walmart as soon as you can. I said, that's where the real money is. But two, I said, you guys really need to get your name out. I said, I understand you're more of a West Coast company, but I said, you need to maybe like try and come to like Florida is probably the second biggest for car shows. I said, you really should probably start hitting up Florida during the winter, and the spring is when a lot of the Florida car shows are at because the summer is too hot here in Florida. And I said, that's when you need to be doing a road trips and getting your name out there. And he said, yeah, we plan to actually do that. I said, do it, man. I said, the East Coast really doesn't know that much about you. And a lot of people were asking me about it. And that's why I decided to finally try it. But I like the fact that they're easygoing and easy to talk to. The smell of bubble gum, like, it's really good, Cody. I don't know how to explain it. It's a really good smelling soap right there. Sorry, it was time to go on timeout, Lance, since you were spamming. Foam cannon. Yes, I will be trying the foam cannon. I will definitely get that done for you. This week, I'm going to try the Voodoo car soap again. I'm giving them a second shot because here's what I did. When I tried it in the foam cannon the first time, I used the hot water. I put 4 ounces in it. It was pathetic. It was terrible. It was so watered down in the foam cannon. So I decided, you know what, we're going to go ahead and try it again because he said, look, we use it all the time in the foam can. Something must be wrong. He's like, can you tell us, can you try it again before you put it out for YouTube? So I said, okay, I'll give you guys one more shot. I'll try it one more time in the foam can. And that way I can give you guys a proper heads up of what I think needs to be done. I think it's just too watered down, and that's why it's not really doing that much. Which company you're talking about? We're talking about Voodoo Car Care. Voodoo Car Care. Voodoo, it's called Voodoo Ride, whatever. It's really cool. It has a skull and crossbones on it, and it has really cool colors and stuff to it. But again, that's what happens. At this time, Dalton, I would probably say take a pass on it right now. They could definitely work on their products to make it a lot better. And I would just say take a pass on it for right now. Maybe give them a shot later on if they redo their stuff later. Haven't seen the video yet. How did the dish soap work? It's decent. Actually, I'd say it was about probably like a B-level foam. It foamed up. It wasn't like a super thick, rich suds. It was just like maybe that thick of suds, if I had to guess. But it was better than like Black Magic, I'll tell you that. It was way better than Voodoo Car Care, if I can tell you that. What's up, Strong? How you doing, man? I thought about it. Okay. Does it smell better than Mr. Pink? Yes. Yes, it is. Try 360 products. I wouldn't even know where to get that at, Frankie. Is Griot's Garage the first brand to make car wash soap and other products like polishers? I don't know about that. I don't know how to answer it. Probably yes, because I know McGuire started making their own. Obviously, Chemical Guys has their Torque lineup now. Adams is now starting to make their own Adams Car Care. Everybody's just jumping on the bandwagon. So, yeah, I would probably have to agree with you on that one. There's many other companies that just made buffers and stuff like that, like a Silo and stuff like that back in the day, or a Porter. But Porter doesn't make car washes, and neither does Silo and stuff like that. So you're probably right. The Griot was the first one to ever get out and branch out other than just car detailing it to the products itself into the actual machines and stuff. How's the glass cleaner paint polish? How's the glass cleaner? What? Which one do you mean, Dalton? Explain to me what you mean, Dalton, before I answer. Because I'm like, what are you talking about? P. Adams, as good for detailers, it should be cheaper products. Alex, if I was to tell you from somebody who would try and do this as a company, I would say unless the customer is paying for a higher end detail, then McGuire's Mothers is going to do you just fine. They're not going to know the difference. But if they're like anal retentive and I need to see that you're using these really high end products, well, that's fine. But you're also going to be paying them much higher end. You know what I mean? Like for the average Joe, and you're going to do a car wash and just basic wax, and you might charge them like $50 for all that. Then a McGuire's or Mothers is going to do you good. Okay. Don't spend more money because your products is where you're going to make and break your money when it comes to it. And they're never going to know the difference. You can't tell. You really can't tell. But if they're like, I need the best of the best. And are you going to use Adams or something like that? Yeah, but it's going to cost you $100 for what it costs them $50. And you just go from there. You know, you'll have to feel that out for yourself. But, you know, if Adams is going to cost you another $3 or $4 where you can get a big old sucker of McGuire's and they're not going to know the difference, then just go with that. Save your money. And also a paint polish with seal in it. Which company? I'm so sorry about that, man. I don't know what company you're talking about, buddy. Most companies' polishers are just like Porter Cable. Oh, I'm sure most of them are music for sure. How's the McGuire's fast finish? Actually, Pooh, I've applied different things on it, as you guys got to see. Right now, it has the Fuso soft coat on it right now, and it works really good. I have not tried their glass cleaner. I have not tried their polish. I never bought their polish. I did buy their glass cleaner, and I bought their detailer as well, but I haven't tried those two yet. I've tried everything else, though. Do different foam cans make a difference? No, Bradley. They've all act the same, buddy. Maybe one's made with cheaper parts in it or not, but honestly, buy the $17 one from Amazon and you'll be good. As long as you're not banging it on the ground and you're just washing it out every time after you use it, you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. As a matter of fact, every time when the soap is all gone out of my foam cannon, I let it run for like 30, 40 seconds. I just hold the thing down like this, the trigger. So water is just constantly running through it to wash out any soap that might be still left in the actual housing of it before I disconnect it and put it back on the shelf. Again, I treat my stuff very good. I don't slam my stuff around. So I don't see that ever having a problem with breaking because it's made of brass and the bottles are made of plastic. So as long as I don't beat it on the ground, it should last. You should be hardcore into the premium online boutique deal still stuff, but honestly nowadays so many of those counter stuff. You're right about that, music. I can tell the difference too. You should make a video with all your recommended products. I have done a few of those, Daquan. If you want to go back in the last couple of months, I've done a few of those. If you want to go check them out, I've done like car washes and some other stuff. I can't remember. I also sent a new company from about Chattanooga, Tennessee, P.O. Box. 7-8 products are great. Chattanooga. I haven't been to Chattanooga in years. Looking forward to seeing what Eagle One swipes were. Yeah, I haven't tried it out yet, Pooh. I'll get to it as soon as possible, buddy. You guys know it rains every single afternoon here in Florida. Yeah, it's been hard. And because I work nights, I don't get up in the morning. So I usually get up late in the morning. And then me and my son get up and go like hang out and do stuff like that. And then maybe I'll check on my YouTube comments, comment on them, and then run outside and make the videos for you guys. And that's what I normally do. Have you bought the Power Fit foam cannon? It's $16. No, I've never seen it, buddy. I've looked for it, but I've never seen it. How would you feel if you broke up with a girlfriend 5 years? You just weren't performing right, Cody. I'm sorry. You weren't performing. You weren't doing the job right. I'm messing with you, man. You just move on with life. That means she was probably already looking for somebody else the whole time. You just didn't know about it. No, we didn't take him to Chuck E. Cheese. No. The nearest Chuck E. Cheese, I think, for me, I want to say it's on International Drive, or what we call here in Orlando, I Drive. That's where all the cool restaurants and stuff are. That's where the Orlando Eye is, the Ferris wheel. That's where Wonderworks is, the building that's flipped upside down, and it looks really cool. You have all your fancy restaurants are down on I Drive. The whole area right there is really nice. Do you still like Zymo? Yeah, Silent. I like Zymo a lot. It's just a little bit hard to find their stuff because they're near the equator and it's summer. Ask for life lessons, though, for sure. Is that Pepsi? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Venom. It is Pepsi Wild cherry. I still remember this stuff came out in the 80s, dude. I love cherry Pepsi and I love cherry Coke. Both of them are great. Oh, maybe check on Walmart's website. Have it work great. Again, I've looked in multiple Walmarts in the area. It's like the new McGuire's red car soap. I can't find it anywhere. I've looked in all my local Walmarts. People are sending me pictures of it nonstop, and I'm like, I don't know where to find it, guys. I haven't seen it at all. So, it's good. The only problem is it's starting to get warm, and when Cokes for me and stuff like that get warm, they don't taste near as good. When they're nice and ice cold, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Happy Father's Day. Thank you so much, Richard. I really do appreciate that. Where's your Pringles? They're downstairs. We bought some the other day. We got back from our cruise because you guys know we went to Bermuda last week or a week ago, something like that, a week ago. And we went to Walmart the other day. We spent like $100 and something in food and stuff because we didn't have any food. We weren't buying food because we knew we were going to go on vacation. So I'm like, we need food. I don't have anything in the house to eat. And I bought a couple of stacks of Pringles, bought some Fritos and all kinds of stuff. Do you golf? Why do people live on the golf course and don't golf? Yeah, Cody, I played golf. I played junior golf, and then I played high school golf when I was in high school in Jacksonville, Florida. I was on the golf team. One thing about golf clubs is usually the neighborhoods are much higher end. They're very classy. They're very well kept up. Everything at the houses are usually fancier, nicer. I like that thing. They're usually gated communities, so you keep the riffraff out. I like that kind of aspect to it. That's why we live on a country club, because it's a gated neighborhood. There's cameras everywhere. Like there's cameras in our neighborhood. It's gated, so we have security here every day. The neighborhood, the whole neighborhood houses are usually pretty nice. There's some on the lake on that side of the neighborhood. There's some huge homes, like 7,000 square foot homes. You just don't get those homes in the average neighborhood. The average neighborhood is going to be like 2,000 square foot, where you get homes over there that are 7,000. It's just, they're huge, they're massive, 3 and 4 car garages. You don't see that. And usually I like the higher end neighborhoods. When, you be in the high school team and stuff, and you'd be like, you have to walk. When you're in the high school and you're on thing, you don't use a golf cart. You have to walk everywhere. You're not allowed to use a golf cart. Only the, the course director or your golf coach, if he's with you or he's going around from hole to hole checking on everybody on his team, he'll use a golf cart. But otherwise, you have to put it on your back and you walk with it. So it gave me a lot of time. I used to look at these homes every time we go to different country club neighborhoods for our golf tournaments. And I'm like, damn, these homes are amazing. One day I'm going to buy a home on a country club. And it did. As soon as we moved here, we bought the home, obviously, on the country club. And that's why, we're right on the first hole. The first hole is right over there. And this is all the fairway right behind my house. What's up? I don't know, Dalton. It's a red one. That's all I know. If you could change anything on the Bermuda trip, what would you change? Don't know, man. It was pretty good all around. It was cold in New York, though. I was surprised. On Saturday, when we were in New York, touring New York City, it was 85 degrees. It was hot, right? The day we cruised out of New York was 64 degrees. And one day they dropped 20 degrees. And so I only had T-shirt and shorts. So here we are on a boat on the water going out with 64 degrees weather with the wind chill hitting me. And I'm like, this is a little bit nippy. I did not come prepared for this. And of course, you had all your Northerners who were already in the pool, and you're like, I'm going to get some suntan. It's funny. The Northerners, I always notice, on a cruise, any cruise going up north or anything like that, they're the Northerners, because they're so used to not getting a lot of sun. They're the ones that have to sunbathe 24/7. Every chair on the deck around the pool and on the second deck around the pool was just packed, absolutely packed. Where you go to some of the other cruises out of Florida, maybe half the chairs are taken. And it's nuts. These people are just frying. And I'm like, ugh, no thanks, man. Just come to Florida and go outside a little bit and you'll be plenty tan. You don't need any more than that. Are people in your neighborhood stuck up? Not really. You have a few in here, but that's about it. Checking for inventory at certain stores. I use Bricks, seek mostly reliable items. Bricks too. What does your wife eat? Food? I don't know. Whatever. Do you feel invasion of privacy with cameras in the neighborhood? No, not at all. Cody, what I mean by that is they're 3 different cameras as you enter the neighborhood. There's 3 different cameras as you're exiting the neighborhood. They have cameras in the main entryway to the neighborhood, the main. So you drive up into the neighborhood and then you break off to the left or the right into the actual security gate and to what area of the neighborhood you want to go to. So you have cameras there, and then you have them at the security gates themselves. So that way, because they have had break-ins here and they have had stuff like that. That way they have multiple camera angles. They get the license plate. They usually get faces and stuff. So if they do, they go right to the police and they have all this record information. This is the vehicle they're driving. This is what it looks like. This is the license plate. Everything's there, so it does help keep down security a lot. They said this is, I guess we got a bulletin, I guess, in our neighborhood thing saying that our country club, or whatever you want to call it, our neighborhood, is the safest and least amount of crime in all of Kissimmee, Florida. So that's pretty crazy. And it's funny because if anything does happen here, the police are here within like 2 minutes. I don't want to say that that's like typical for a nicer neighborhood, but you get the idea. If it's in like the ghetto, they're like this. I guess I'll get there when I get there. But I really felt like that. And you're like we had an alarm go off down the neighborhood. You'll see like 3 cop cars come flying down. And you're like, what the hell? And stuff like that. It's pretty crazy. It's like, it's just a house alarm going off. No big deal, but it's the way it goes. 360.com products that they use another thing. New company like Voodoo would like to see their product. The problem is, Frankie, I have so many products that are being asked for right now, and have a lot of companies that are trying to send me products. So it's kind of like, that kind of thing. We're already halfway done through the year. It's pretty nuts. Where is Voodoo being made? As far as I know, it's California, Alberto. That's all I know. I know they're based out of California. How did you meet your wife? Online, as a matter of fact. Online. Way back in the day, you guys remember, anybody who's older than me, remember the chat rooms back in the day? That's how I met her. I was in a Jacksonville, Florida chat room, and we started talking in private messaging. And one day we just said, hey, let's meet up at the mall sometime. And we did. And went on a couple of dates. It didn't work out. And then my dad got moved to the other side of Florida. And a couple of years later, she found me on, I think it was MySpace. I think she found me on. And she contacted me, and she was in Miami. So I went and visited her a couple of times. And then she said, hey, let's date. I said, okay. How's hot at Trout? 102 degrees. I heard it was very hot up there. The funny thing, my dad said it was over 100 degrees in Illinois. And I'm like, it's not 100 degrees here. Like when the sun's out here, it's like 90 degrees. But with all the rain every afternoon, it drops into the 80s. It's crazy. Uh-oh, my son's crying. He must have just woke up again. They just got home tonight, so he was probably asleep on the couch. What's your favorite car wash soap? I have so many. Over the counter, if you're just looking for over the counter, go with McGuire's Gold Class, Mother's Wash and Wax, or Nano One, Eagle One Nano Wash and Wax. Either one of those 3 will treat you very good for over the counter. If you want the best I've ever tried, Limitless Car Care, Limitless Lather, it's an online company, or Wax God's Car Soap. Either one of those 2, if you were willing to spend the money for shipping and all that stuff, the couple dollars for shipping, you're never going to beat them. The Limitless Lather is just that good, and I will stand behind it all day long. Do you have to pay a HOA fee? Yes, we do, Cody. Of course. What garage door opener did you get from Home Depot? We use a Genie garage door opener. Have you ever tried Stonex products? Yes, a few. I've used their car wash and their wheel shine that somebody sent me. Oh, you live in Kissimmee. Have you ever been to Johnny Rockin's Barbecue? They just got good, pretty good food. I think we have. I don't remember, brother. It's been a while. I'm on the far side of Kissimmee near St. Cloud. Eagle One wash mitt or Mother's Speed Clay. Honestly, the wash mitt is a bigger surface area, so you're probably getting stuff done a lot faster if you can still buy it, because it's a bigger surface area, where the actual Mother's one is probably about that size. So it's about double the size, not triple. What tire shine do you recommend that doesn't sling on a car's paint? Ooh, probably anti-gel or any cream-based, Frankie. Probably like a McGuire's Ultimate for gel, Gria's Garage Tire Gel. You could either go with Chemical Guys VRP, Masterson's Trim and Tire Shine, Adams Tire Shine won't sling, any one of those kind of things. Mother Speed Tire Shine is my favorite. It smells amazing. Yes, it does. It does smell very good. Mother's has been really kicking it out of the park here this year. I've noticed that with all these their Speed line that they're putting out this year. They have been doing with their spray wax has been great. Their tire shine has been great, and obviously the clay bar. I'm really impressed with Mother's this year. They put out some really good products. If you get any dream car for free, what would you get? I already have my dream car. I bought my GTR. It's all I ever wanted. Now I'm just going to be looking to get like a 4-door car for a family car for me. If I had extra money to blow, I would say, and if I had a big enough garage to put extra cars in, maybe something like a Supra twin turbo from the 90s, RX-7 Mazda, twin turbo 300Z, What else would I get? A GTR from like the early 90s, GTR, R32, these kind of things. You know what I mean? Like NSX would be nice. 90s JDM cars are like the old people's 60s muscle cars for them. That's the way I see it. And that's the way I really feel, because the 2000s, no good cars were made in the 2000s. They were all lame and all boring in the 2000s. 2000, the teens are now, they're starting to come back out again with some good cars, but the 2000s were very dull and they were very boring years. Like they just didn't, there was nothing there I really liked. Enjoy music. Thanks so much for stopping by. I understand that it is pretty late, obviously. What top 4 door cars would you like to get under 60? Okay, is it 4 doors right now? It would probably be, for me personally, everybody's choices are different. I understand that, so please go with that. I would say a Genesis G80, maybe even the G70 that's coming out, but probably the G80 because it's a little bit bigger and has a good 360 horsepower engine, the same one that's in the Kia Stinger. A Civic Type R, an Accord Sport with a manual transmission would be nice. I don't know, under 60 grand. I don't know. Some BMWs and Audis would be nice, but damn, those things are expensive and overpriced, and they don't hold their resale value. And I'm at the point now in my life where those kind of things matter to me, where if I'm spending a lot of money, I want to know that if I decide to sell it in a couple of years, I'm going to get a decent amount of my money back. Where you buy a Mercedes or something in 5 years, that car is worth $10,000, and you paid 60 or 70,000 for it 5 years ago. That's insanity for me. I can't do that. If 5 years, if I bought a Honda Accord for 30,000 and it's worth 7,000 after 5 years, or 10,000, I'm doing a better job, and that's the way I see it. So I don't want to throw my money away when I can put my money somewhere else. It's more important to me, like vacation cruises, starting to buy you a second home somewhere else in the Rocky Mountains. Stuff like that, those are more important to me than just spending ridiculous amounts of money. So a $34,000 Honda Civic Type R would be more my top line. I think the Honda Accord Sports with manual transmission are like $28,000, $29,000. G80 from Genesis is like $40,000, $42,000. These are what I'm talking about, where I'm not going to blow the bank, but I'm going to have a nice car still. No, I'm not putting my car through any of that kind of stuff. What do you think about the Pulse nightclub shooting? It's actually very close to my wife's medical practice where she works. It's about a mile away. That whole road right there where Pulse nightclub is like all medical. It's like Medical Row. So you have all your like private practices all down the road on both sides of the road. And then I think it's like 2 lights down from Pulse nightclub is one of the big hospitals in Orlando called Orlando Health. So it's like literally 2 blocks where you come out of the club and you go down through 2 lights, and then boom, the hospital's right there. It's really close. That's why they said a lot of people actually survived that would have died if it was further away, because that whole road, that's where she's at. She's in a private practice, like right down here on this end of Pulse. So the hospital is right here. She's down on this end on Orange Avenue. That's where that's all out for you guys who don't know. You know how I feel about it. You know, it's just like, these are the reasons why I believe in concealed carry. You know, a lot of people in here might not like that, but as long as it's legal, I believe that we need to have it to protect people from that ever happening again. You know, if maybe the bartender or like a bouncer had a concealed carry license, maybe he could have at least really cut those numbers down. You know what I mean? Instead of having 50 people die, maybe only a couple people died. And to me, that would have been a better thing to really protect the people inside. I believe the same way with schools as well. I think if teachers want to, then there should be a national certification where they go get certified, and then they can conceal carry in the classroom, because so many kids today are getting shot up and there's nobody there to protect them. So I know it's a controversial subject, but I'd rather see these people getting saved and those bad people getting shot, basically, than them just massacring tons of people. I think that's just stupid that we aren't protecting these people, especially our kids. You know what I mean? And the doors are locked. Ooh, that doesn't do jack crap for you. If you really want to get in, you know what I mean? You need something to, sling back at them essentially, and make them either go down, or they're going to be like, think twice about it and be like, hell no, I'm out of here. That's just the way I personally see it. I know everybody's going to be different, but you want to ask about it? That's how I feel about it. You should check out Newer Performance in Fort Myers. They do some crazy work on GTRs. Well, I know they have the GTR NER spec, on the R34 GTRs, and they do the NER spec stuff, and it's pretty cool stuff. But I don't know. There's obviously Titan Motorsports here, and right, I pass it every day on the way to work. It's on Boggy Creek Road here in Orlando, right next to the airport. I actually know the owner. With Dazoo Motorsports is where I actually took for my oil change. They do full builds and everything on GTRs. They're out in Winter Garden, Florida. There's a lot of places around the Orlando area that do a lot of high end stuff. What's the difference between ceramic coating and wax? No, it's not. Ceramic coating is a whole different design stuff, and it's going to last you a lot longer. We're talking some ceramics supposedly last up to 5 years of protection. The average one, like I bought with the standard 2 layers that you're supposed to put on, lasted full 2 years, they claim. So it's way longer lasting than any wax. And so it literally seals in the paint for that 2 years. It's hard as a rock too. So it's really, really good. Great hydrophobic technology as well. Do you ever use touchless water washes? No, because I wash my own car. How do you empty bottles of Masterson's car care products for dilution? How do you get empty bottles of Masters? Honestly, what I would do, Freedom, go to Walmart in the, what do I want to say, where's that? Okay, so when you're like in the electronic parts, electrical parts, like your light bulbs, plumbing, all that stuff, you're going to see an area where they have cleaning supplies. You can buy those empty bottles of sprayer bottles in there for like $1.50. Buy a couple of those. Seriously, just buy a couple of those and dilute any products you want into those. That's what I generally do. I have chemical guys and stuff like that in there where it's dilution. So I don't have to worry about buying extra bottles. I just go buy those $1.50 bottles with the sprayer from Walmart. It's a lot cheaper. Don't spend your money on a stupid bottle. That's all you got to worry about. That's what I say anyways. And we got 42 thumbs up. Wow, we're doing pretty good this evening. I saw at one time we were like 48 people. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. And again, the channel recently just hit 23,000 subscribers. For any of you guys who just came in here, I posted up on, was it Saturday? I posted it up. So I want to thank every one of you guys. Apparently the word is getting out faster and faster and faster. And once we hit 25,000, I will do another very big giveaway. And I hope you guys liked the last one that Peter at Stoner Car Care gave out when it was $110 worth of his products he sent for free. And, you know, as long as I keep having big companies like this keep hooking me up, and I'll just keep passing on the great stuff to you guys. And thank you so much for being a part of the channel. It really does mean a lot. It's been really great. Do you live close to Lake Holden in Orlando? I have no idea where that is. So I live in Kissimmee, Florida, which is a suburb of Orlando. So Orlando's here. Kissimmee is right here. It's a suburb of Orlando. So it's in a different county. We're literally in a different county. But it only, to me, to get to Orlando line, it only takes about 10 minutes to get to the Orlando line. It's not very far away. Like, I live very close to Orlando line. I use them for my car. Won't make any swirls go away. Well, no, what are you talking about? Spray bottles? Spray bottles won't make it. What? I don't understand what you mean, Dalton. That's crazy. Interesting. I was like, what? You want a spray bottle is going to create swirls? What? I don't understand what you mean. So sorry about that, buddy. Do you? I don't know. Do you? Oh, I hear there's a little one coming up right now. I can hear him. He's slowly coming up here. Get ready to be attacked, guys. Be ready. I hear him coming. I hear him coming upstairs right now. So yeah, he's I obviously he was in Jacksonville, Florida since Friday. So he goes up there and think, oh, act cool, guys, act cool. He'll never know we're here. Act cool. Be cool, guys. He doesn't know we're here. He doesn't know we're here, guys. Just don't look at him. Don't look at him. Oh. What? You're not gonna get this candy. No. You want some puffs? Want some paws? Here. Have some paws. So here's my son, guys. For all you guys who don't know, obviously, most of you guys by now know that my son is a 2-year-old. He's 2. So guess what? So when we were on a cruise, right? Our hotel in Secaucus, New Jersey was right down the street from the Walmart Supercenter and Sam's. And we were walking through Walmart buying some like snacks and stuff. And my son does this as soon as we walk by, like, oh my God. So we had to buy him a bag of paws because he loves paws. That's the funniest thing. So we're like walking by and you just see this finger go out like this. And he's like, that's what I want, Daddy, for my vacation. So we bought him a bag of paws. This is a different bag we just bought the other day. But pick it up. He loves Cheetos paws. It's been pretty good. Don't buy an Audi, BMW. We're saying money paid to lose value 3 to 5 years, and plenty of people. Yeah, I just won't do it, Tom. It's just not my thing. And I like the fact that with your Japanese cars, they're going to last. What? You already have one in your hand, fat boy. Look, he has one in his hand, but he's still pointing to the bag that he wants more. Why are you so greedy? Why are you so greedy? What? What? Don't give me a hum. You are going to get fat. Say you're going to get fat. Yes. You're going to get fat, aren't you? See? You see what I have to deal with, guys? iPhone 8 or X. My wife has the 8 Plus, and it's fine. The X is just, to me, is a waste of money. Bye. Bye. You see that? He only came up there because he wanted some Cheetos Paws, and then he walks away. He's like, peace out, bitches. I'm out. I'm out. He didn't want any more. You have 2 in your hand. He has 2 in his hand, and yet he's pointing because he wants more. You see that? And then there's 1 in his mouth. You see this? This is what I deal with, guys. McGuire's Ultimate Compound or VSS. Either one. The compound is more of a it's going to be a cut a lot more, where the VSS is meant to be something in between, like a polish. And it's more like a polish / compound, where a compound is going to cut a lot deeper. So it depends what you actually need. But the VSS is done perfectly fine for my car. Just letting you guys know, though, that there's a big difference, because the compound is going to be heavy-duty cutting, where a polish can be light-duty cutting. So I think the VSS is somewhere in between them right there. So it's kind of supposedly the best of both worlds kind of thing. That's what it is. Yeah. You see that? He just dipped on me. You see that? He's like a man. He got what he wanted. He left. Typical man. Yeah, exactly. I know what you're going to be like when you start dating. He's like, give it to me right now. Give it to me. All right, see you. I'm out, girl. There. No, these are mine. These are mine. These are mine. No, these are mine. This is what you have to deal with. Lucas Spray Wax or Mothers. Ooh, Lucas is really good. Lucas is really good. Though the Mother Speed is not bad. It's no slouch, but Lucas is very good. I sent you the Red McGuire's red soap earlier. Yeah, I've had a lot of people contact me with it, but they don't have it at my Walmart yet. I've checked 3 local Walmarts, and I don't have it yet. So as soon as I see it, unless somebody literally wants to send it to me in the mail, I don't have it. You know what I mean? I can't get it. Or I guess you could do it to my P.O. box through Walmart.com. These have been open for a while, haven't they? These are a little stale. Did you leave this open? Because these taste like they're a little stale. You can deny it. You can deny it. Look at that stank face. It's like, what are you blaming me for? We always tell him that kind of stuff too. We always do. Right now we're just trying to get him to actually say some words and stuff like that, because he doesn't say any words yet. And, people are starting to like, oh, well, he should say some words by now. And he's 2 years and 3 months. And, you have some people that are like, oh, my kids start talking at a year. My kids start talking at a year and a half. Well, when I was adopted at 18 months. And they said I never spoke until I was well after 2 years old. So we'll see what happens. That I don't know, Freedom. I know, I want to say it was Limitless or Wax Gods had like 25 or 30% off. And those are 2 I would definitely say try if you haven't tried them yet. Any replies for the old PS4? I've already paid for the shipping thing to be taken care of. Pooh, it's I've already paid. I contacted Sony and I paid. You have to pay $99, and they sent me the box, but I just have to pack it back up in the box and send it back off. It goes to Texas at the repair facility, so that's all it's going to be doing. Where's your wife? She is asleep right now. She is asleep. She has to work. She has to be up at like 5:30 every single morning in order to be at the practice. She has to be at the practice by like 7 something in the morning. So she has to get up early. It takes a while. Even in the morning, just at that early in the morning, it takes her 50 minutes to get to work, 45 to 50 minutes. It's the traffic's getting hella bad. As a matter of fact, they're adding 2 more lights up here on the road. It's nuts how bad the traffic is starting to get now, where you can't get anywhere. And then I'm like, why do you keep adding traffic? You need to be expanding the lanes. Why is it 2 lane all the way up by the airport? And yet, everywhere else is 4 lanes. You need to expand it, not just add more lights. It's going to get traffic. So part of the thing we've been talking about is paying off her rest for medical school loan is to be paid off. And I think it's under a year and a half. It'll be completely paid off, which frees up $2,000 a month, $2,000 a month for her student loan. And then selling this house, putting this house up for sale, and then moving to another house on the other side of Orlando. That's what we're looking at. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Is there a good 12-volt Vulcan vacuum cleaner for your car? I don't know. I've never actually used one of those radio. You know what I always say is just go to Home Depot or wherever you want to buy your thing. Go buy a shop vac for like their name brand shop vac for like $40-something. You don't need anything more, and it actually will be a lot more powerful than those little tiny plug-in vacs. As long as you have an extension cord, plug it in, and for $40-something, it's the way to go. I've had my rigid shop vac now for 4.5 years, 5 years, and I've never had a problem with it. Going back and forth with myself about a clay mitt and clay bar. A clay bar can be needed in new surface as a clay. The new clay mitts and the nanoskin surface is the future, honestly. And the clay bar is the old way to do it. You can use a clay bar only a certain amount of times, where the clay mitt is around usually like 40 times, 40 different cars. It's the future. You drop that clay bar on the ground, you get contaminants in it, just throw the clay bar away. Where the clay mitt now, or whatever you want to use, a clay block, water it down the water, and you can just keep on going. It is definitely the way of the future. I definitely recommend going with that there. Why are you selling the Cribba? What? I got mine at Walmart for $20 Stanley brand. There you go. Do a Dollar Tree review on the car products for sure, GT. Thanks so much for the donation. I really do appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. I definitely want to. I've had a lot of people ask me about Dollar Tree, so we'll see what happens. And again, I just got to get through a few more products here, and then I'll do another shopping spree, and we'll buy some stuff at Dollar Tree, and we'll try it out for you guys. How's that sound? So thank you very much, GT, for the actual donation. I really do appreciate that. Yep, Philippines t-shirt. Remember, my wife's half Filipino, and my son obviously is 1/4 Filipino. Checking in, one of your local fellow Florida followers. When do you guys think the best time of the year to buy detailing products is? Anytime. Just find when the good sales are. Usually I find any holiday, you'll see these big online companies. They'll do like 30% off and stuff like that. That's when, so your July 4th is coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Buy that weekend of July 4th. Any of those like extra holidays coming after that. What is it? Is it Labor Day that's next? I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. Any of those kind of things. Any of the big holidays when you're going to see the most, where they'll do like 30% off. Those are the times you want to buy all your products. At that rate, the products are as cheap or even cheaper than like McGuire's or Mother's. So it's the best time to do it. And a lot of times they'll do like a flat rate shipping of like $5. And it's like, that's nothing. $5 in shipping, it's the way to get it. Clay mitt, if you drop halfway through, you're done with the car, you'll lose your mind. Yeah, clay bar, exactly. Or the clay mitt is just like, just grab a hose and just wash off in the sink and then just go right back out to it again. The clay mitts and that kind of clay block technology is the future. I highly recommend it. It's just so much easier, And I love the stuff. It's the way to go, and I highly recommend it. Dang, 52 thumbs up. Thanks so much. I really do appreciate it, guys. It really does mean a lot to me. Man, we're really pumping it up. Like last week when I got back from the cruise, it was kind of a little slow, and I was just like this the whole time. And we ended up staying up for what, like 2.5, 3 hours or something like that. And like today is like, boom, we're bumping today, and we had like good numbers again. So thanks a lot, man. Let's talk colors on cars, white or black or gray. It depends. A lot of people that don't like cleaning their cars a lot go with white because it tends to hide the dirt a lot more. It'll just like make it more of a dull color. Black shows everything, and it shows scratches really bad. Red is a nice color that pops, but some say police see it a lot easier. I don't know. It's all going to be in your personal opinion. I've never owned a black car. In all my years, I've never owned a black car. Let's see. My Hyundai was red. Let's see. My Hyundai was red. My Chevy was blue. My Accord was green. My next Accord was blue. And then I bought a used old Cougar to get me through college. It was white. Then I bought my blue Prelude. Then I bought my white Prelude, and then I bought my red 370Z, and then I bought my red GTR. So you can kind of figure out where I'm going here. Those are all the cars I've owned through all my years, and I've never had a black car ever. It's always been red, blue, or white. Don't ask me why. Oh, I had the green. The Honda Accord was green, but that's other than that, they were all red, blue, or white. That's all I've had. I don't know why. It just worked out that way. Plan for Godzilla is to have it paid off and have the title in my hand, Brian, in the next 1.5 years or less. I have $24,000 left on it. That's all I owe. I bought it a year ago. I financed $45,000 a year ago, and I've already paid off over $20,000 now in just over a year and change. So I'm doing pretty good. Hopefully I want to pay off that last $24,000 in the next like year and a couple months. That's my game plan anyways, to be completely out of debt. Just bought the Wax Scott Super Suds car foam. You will love it, Freedom. You will love it. This stuff is solid. If you guys haven't tried Wax Scotts, give them a try. If you haven't tried Limitless Car Care, give them a try. Both of those companies are absolutely stellar companies, straight A companies. Spend the money, wait the few days, and let them ship it to you. I'm telling you, they're worth every penny. Eagle One Mitt or Mother. The Eagle One Mitt has a bit more surface area to it, so you're going to be able to do the car a lot faster, or the clay bar. That's what I do like about the Eagle One version. Just let you know. That's why I would say Eagle One if you just want the surface area, because the surface area is about that size, where the Mothers is probably a little round thing about that size. So you can do a lot more red space. Yeah, red's nice. I like stuff that makes me catch my eye, a little bit of a pop to it. I really like that. What year a Cougar? It was in 1993. I bought it from the neighbor when I was living in Pensacola, just because I was I was in college. I didn't have I had an old car before, and I was in college. And I didn't want to buy anything expensive, so I think I paid like $2,000 for it, and I just drove it for like another 2 years, and it ended up selling to some Mexican guy. Literally, the guy didn't even speak a lick of English. He had to have somebody translate for him. He had like the cowboy boots and hat on and big old buckle. And he even thought the license plate came with it. I was like, no, the license plate's mine. So I took it off and he drove off with it. But yeah, it was just a typical American cheap junk made car. But, it got me through 2 more years of college, and that's all I needed for $2,000. It worked out. And in the end, I can tell you from past experience financially wise, if it gets you from A to B, and you're not in debt and you really can't afford it, just get the A to B. Don't try and stretch yourself into some huge payments just to try and have a nice looking car. Just get the A to B vehicle until you can get back on your feet and making it, or having a job that pays good before you buy the nice car or whatever you want. You know what I mean? It's just not worth it. It really isn't worth the hassle of worrying about, can you make the payments this month or whatever, and that kind of crap. No, you can't damage the paint. Just make sure you have whatchamacallit on it. Some good lubricity on there. The good thing about the Mothers is they say you can use it with their wash and wax. You can use it with their spray wax that I tried earlier, or you can just use it with detailer, which I did yesterday with the detailer. How's your Honda Grom doing? Perfect. It just rolled 2,000 miles yesterday. Friday night rolled 2,000 miles. I think I put another 80 miles on it in the last 2 days. I was riding it everywhere yesterday. I got soaked. I got caught in that heavy thunderstorm. It was soaked. Today I rode it around for like 2 hours. Man, I love that little thing. You guys have ever seen the new Honda Monkey that's coming out here in a few months? It is the same little small engine, but it's like the retro look of the Honda Monkey from the 70s, little tiny motorcycles. But it's going to have the Grom engine in it. But it's a retro looking tiny motorcycle. It's really, really cool. So we'll see what happens. The dealer that I personally know, the owner of McKibben Power Sports Honda in Winter Haven, Florida, and I texted them about when they're going to come in, because I said, I really want to go over there and to get some videos and shots of it. And they said, we're going to invite you as soon as we get them in. And I was like, cool, good to hear it. Would you buy a Viper if you were to sell a GTR? No, GT, I really like my GTR better. What's going on, Andy? How you doing, buddy? To add onto the sales talk, although it is still ways and ways, the sales advanced product happens. Saying this year I got $28 worth of products for just $12. Eagle One Nano Wash. That is a great job right there. 65 cents. Holy crap, it's amazing. What microfiber towels do you use? Right now I have a bunch of Chemical Guys Silk Line microfiber towels, and you can get them from Amazon for really cheap. Really nice 99 Cougar when it came out. Yeah, I remember the what is that? What generation Cougar was that when they came out? They were so pretty. They were futuristic. They didn't look the big tank anymore. They were the nice small ones, but they just didn't sell very well, and they weren't really powerful. So it was just like meh. I've done moto vlogs before on my other channel, my motorcycle channel. I'm getting a new car soon. What do you recommend? BRZ 370Z for days. The BRZs are slower than crap, man. Why would you buy a BRZ over a 370? 370Z looks better and is a lot more power, a lot faster. No, there's no comparison. A BRZ is slow, and a 370Z looks better, and it has a better resale rate as well. So definitely go with the 370Z. You'll be a lot more happy. Let's put it that way. I don't know, just the BRZs, I test drove when they first came out, and I was just like, man, these things are slow. And that's just really honestly the way I felt. Like, I'm like, this is slower than my Prelude. I'm like, this isn't fast at all. And I was just like, whatever. First car. Yeah, Integras are pretty old. Just know that with an Integra, they're so old that they might start having some problems. So maybe a Civic or something like that. Like you can get like a used Civic Si from like the mid 2000s. That way you're only spending like $5,000 for it or whatever, and it would be a solid car for you. as long as the person who owned it before you or the person before you that owned them didn't rice it out or race the shit out of it and stuff like that. Camaro all day long. I don't like the Mustangs. What are the week's videos going to be on? Okay, so you're going to have tomorrow, you're going to have Voodoo rides Tire Shine. You will see Mother's Clay Bar 2.0. I'm going to try and get Chemical Guys VSS out, if not, maybe ceramic coating. But now that the blue car is having some actual thing, don't look at him, guys. Don't look at him. If he sees you, he will keep coming. He will keep coming over here. Do not let him know we're looking at him. I would also like to maybe get the ceramic coating done. Damn it. Guys, I told you not to look at him. Now he's over here. You see this? Now we're going to get hounded all night long. Great. Thanks, guys. Thanks. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Say what you want. What do you want? He's like just standing there. What do you want? Nothing. Nothing at all. I guess you don't want anything. Sorry. Carnival cruise option. I've never been on one before, and I want to do that. Well, I've been on 7 Carnival cruise ships, and here's the way I see it. Carnival cruise ship is a great way for the beginner cruiser to get into. They're not very expensive. They're not going to have all the thrills and bells and whistles of some of the more expensive cruise lines. They're more just like a, let's just say it's like a Motel 6 or like a Red Roof Inn of hotels. They get the job done. They get you from A to B, and they're cheap. However, when you get to the more expensive cruise lines, you're going to see they're much classier. Everything's fancier. They'll have better food on them. Maybe some of like the new brand new Norwegian ships that I've been on now this year have like ropes courses on it with like zip lines on them. They have rock walls on the back of them, stuff like that. The Carnival just won't have. They had tons of slides on them. Carnival might have 1 slide on it, and that's about it. The differences are huge in between it all. And that's what I'm trying to say. You're getting a little bit more for like $100 more per person. You can get the Norwegian versus the Carnival. But the Carnival will get you your foot in the door, and you'll see if you like cruising one way or another without having to break a lot of money. But we've been on tons of them. As long as you understand what you're getting into and you don't expect to have all this stuff because you're only paying this much, then you're being fine. You know what I mean? If you pay Disney money, you're going to have an amazing cruise. Disney, we're looking at doing that towards the end of the year. But it costs way more. We're talking double to triple what a Carnival would cost. But everything is just so much better. So it's whatever you want to do, buddy. I can help you out all day long with it. Just let me know what you need to know. Think of me with cruises as me with your car detailing stuff. I've been on 24 cruises in the last 8 years. 24. So I can help you out with anything. I've been on 6 or 7 different cruise lines. I've been absolutely everywhere you can go in the Caribbean. I've been to the other side of Mexico where you go down to like Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, Cabo San Lucas. I've been to Alaska twice. I've been to Canada, New England. I've been to Bermuda. I've been everywhere in North America. Everywhere you can go in North America, essentially, but a couple places in like Canada. I've been there. Absolutely everywhere I've been there. Import or muscle? Import all day long. Do you not like the Viper because it's American? No, it's just I like my GTR better. It's a lot. I like it a lot better. Ever thought about doing a review on Walmart foam cannon? I can't find it, Mike. I've had some people talk to me about it, but I've never seen it in person. All right, time to go to bed. Have a good night. Thanks a lot, Daquan. Appreciate it. Yeah, Alberto says good night. Good night, and have a good one. You know, don't you hate it when your Cokes get warm? I know you guys up north don't understand, but in the southern, down south, it doesn't matter if it's a Pepsi or whatever, it's a Coke. So please understand that when I say it's a Coke. A lot of people are like, that's not a Coke. Trust me, it's a Coke. It's just like when Northerners say pop or soda. It's the same thing. We just call everything Coke. But don't you hate when like Cokes and stuff like that get warm? They just don't taste as good, and you just don't want to drink them. You're like, I got to go get a new one. It's warmed up. I don't like it now. It sucks. Yeah, it's just not the same once it's warmed up. It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Nah. Definitely need to get another drink, if you know what I mean. Do you guys know of a good wheel cleaner that works for polished wheels? That's acid-free, better than like Voodoo. Dude, just go get with Meguiar's Ultimate Wheel Cleaner. If you really want a good one, or Eagle One A to Z. Either one of those are going to treat you really good, and they're going to do good. If you're ever worried about a wheel cleaner that might mess up your wheels, just test a small section of it and see if it'll ruin your wheels. But I'm going to tell you, most of these wheels aren't going to get ruined by your over-the-counter stuff. You'll be pretty safe, just let you know. Yeah, you know, you don't want any wheel brightener on there. Go grab a glass bottle of Coke. I I try and only drink one of those a day, Pooh, because obviously you have to go to Sam's Club and buy the big old pack of 24 of them, and they cost like $20 or something like that, $22. So I don't try and get a lot of those because I would go through them so fast. You know what I mean? Do you know what pull up with the ceiling? You mean like a convertible? Is that what you're talking about, Cody? Yes, I know what that means. I'm not that white where I don't know. I know these things, Cody. I'm from the hood, son. I'm from the hood. Okay, I lived in Jacksonville, Florida for 8 years. And Jacksonville, Florida is pretty damn ghetto. Okay, I know these things. I. Yeah. No, you ain't from the hood. You're from like New York. Get out of here. That's not the hood. I'm talking about like where you see like the projects and stuff like that. And, you know, like half the channels on the radio are like rap. That's when you're in the hood. You hear shootings all the time. You know you're getting close to the hood. So it's pretty funny. Yonkers. Nah. You need to go to some of the southern cities or whatever. Newark. As a matter of fact, Mike, I was just in Newark last week. As a matter of fact, we stayed in Secaucus, New Jersey for the cruise. We stayed 2 nights in Secaucus right down the street, you know, right. So you would know, Mike, where the Lincoln Tunnel comes out and pops out into the New Jersey side. We stayed right there off of Plaza Circle, where there's like all kinds of restaurants and everything right up the street from you guys in Newark. But yeah, we flew out of Newark. That's how, because it was a lot cheaper and it was a lot easier to get there. So we stayed in the Residence Inn by Marriott. It was a really nice hotel. And then we walked down to the Walmart right down the street there. Yeah. It's the way it goes. No, you know, it's cheap and it worked out for us in that way. It's totally worth it because we're looking at doing another cruise here up to it starts in Quebec, Canada, and then comes all the way back around to Manhattan. It's like a one-way cruise. So you go like 2 or 3 stops in Quebec, and then it comes around to like Halifax, Nova Scotia, and then it comes down to New York City and stops. So we're thinking about doing that again towards later on in the year, and we'll probably stay back in that hotel and stuff again because it's a lot cheaper to fly out of there too. Do you plan on go to Disney for the new Toy Story Land? Yeah, as soon as it opens, Kenny. We're season pass holders. For anybody who doesn't know, see, here's one of my magic bands. I have a ton of magic bands, just letting you guys know. This is one of the ways, if you guys don't know about Disney, they started these things called magic bands that has like has a little RF chip inside of it. And essentially you can get, this is now linked to your ticket. So you don't have to pull out your ID and your ticket anymore. Your like hard card version. You just have this on your wrist and you, so you put it up to the little thing and it spins to show it's activated. And then you just put your finger on it and then it links it saying, yeah, that's you. And you just walk into the park. You can use it to pay for your food while you're at the park. You can use it for fast passes at the park. And it's just the new easy way to have a ticket without having to worry about always pulling out your ticket and stuff like that. So it works out pretty good. Poutine. How much does season pass cost? For a Florida resident for every single park, unlimited with no blackout dates, I think it was around $800 or $900 for the entire year. Like the ticket prices are skyrocketing, man, dude. They're like $118 now a day to go to Disney World. $118 for one day. I mean, the prices are going out of control. When I was a kid, it was like $40 a day, $35. It was dirt cheap, man. The prices are every year. The prices are going up like another $5 or $10. It's just as we lived there. It was like 80 something when we first moved here in 2012, and now it's $118. And it's only been 5.5 years we've lived here. In September will be our sixth year. We bought the house in October of 2012. Just giving you an idea. I'm a pass holder too. They have early access. Yeah, I don't know, Kenny. I know that the whatchamacallits, the cast members can start signing up to ride it now because it's already done, but I don't know anything else. Happy Father's Day. Thank you so much, Ken. I really do appreciate that. Is Disney World better than Disneyland? I've never been to Disneyland. I've been next to it, but I've never been to it. I heard it's a lot smaller. Disneyland's a lot smaller. Disney World is massive. I mean, they own something like a couple thousand acres or something. It's just ridiculous how many thousands of acres that Disney World owns, where Disneyland's in this little tiny area like this. And it's just stupid how much bigger it is. Like as soon as you're on property and you're technically on Disneyland owned property, like in the woods, and you're still miles away from Disneyland. It's like or Disney World, they own so much property. Does that band allow you to skip to the front of the lines? You can do what they call fast pass. So through your phone and the phone app, you can register for up to 3 fast passes per day. So you get to skip to the front of the line. And once you use those 3 fast passes, you're allowed to get 3 more. And essentially that's what you do. So you come back at that certain time window, like 45-minute time window, and you just go right to the fast pass line, which takes you right to the front of the line. That's essentially what it does. Back in the day, you used to get the little paper tickets, and you could get them, tons of them, right? But now they only allow you to have 3 per at any given time, which kind of sucks. However, Universal is pretty cool. With their Premier Pass for Universal, which I have, which is the highest pass they have, after 4 o'clock, as long as it's past 4 p.m., you can go in their fast pass line on every single ride one time, as long as you have that Premier Pass. So you just walk up there and they scan it, your ID, you walk right to the front of the line. Every ride past 4 p.m., you get to do it once. So every single ride in the park, you get to walk right to the front of the line. So for us, we just go in the afternoon so that we don't have to wait in the lines anywhere. We're like, well, if it's 4 o'clock, we just walk right to the front of the line. Here you go. Here's your thing. And they scan it, go to the front. So it works out really good. It's an AVH 4200 NEX. I hope you heard that. Thoughts on the days of play, Blue? It's okay, Poo Panda. I like my white one. You know how us white people are. Have to wear white stuff. I like the white one better. I like that better. Even my headset, like I have the Sony Pro, the gold one headset. As you can see, I've had them for like a couple years now. They're white too, so go figure. That's just the way I roll. It's just the way I roll. White on white. On white. Is Universal a different park? Yes, it is, Cody. It's a different company. It's Universal. Universal owns Universal, and Disney owns Disney. 2 different companies altogether. So Universal is literally right off of Interstate 4. You can see it. And then you got to go down Interstate 4 towards into Kissimmee. And Disney World is like, you can't even see Disney World. It's nothing but woods because they own so many thousand acres. It's ridiculous. So again, you get off the Interstate 4 and you go in towards Disney World. Then you have to take another turn. You go like another 2 or 3 miles up the main drag. And that's when you actually enter Disney World. They own so much land. It's just stupid, where Universal only owns a couple hundred acres. That's all they own. And the thing is, they just bought another, I think it was 400 or 500 acres by Lockheed Martin. That's across the street from Interstate 4, which I think they're going to plan to build another park or 2 in the future. And so we'll see what's going to happen. So I don't know. That new Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom movie looks good. I don't know. I don't know about it, Gustavo. I haven't seen anything. White people loving flip-flops and ranch. Yeah, I do like ranch. I'm not the biggest flip-flop person, but I will wear them like on vacation, stuff like that. Like we're going to the beach, that's when I wear them. They don't collect dust as quick as the white ones. What? I don't know. I'm Mexican and I love both those things. Yeah, I noticed that a lot of these, because where I live in Kissimmee, Florida, is a lot of Puerto Rican population. So you have a lot of Spanish people here, and you see all the old ladies, the old grannies that are like 4'9", and they all like walking around like dragging their flip flops everywhere they go. I'm like, pick your feet up, pick your feet up. That's a big thing when I was a kid. The parents would always yell at you like, pick your feet up, stop dragging your feet. For some reason, I don't know what it is about these Latino ladies. They love to drag their feet. Oh, my son's screaming downstairs. I'm sure mommy locked him out, so he's pretty pissed off. Do you watch the new Incredible movie? No, I haven't seen it yet. Pushing those carts like his as metal basket carts anyways. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's just one of the things that I've noticed. You know how you notice some things. It's just one of the things I've noticed since moving here to a predominantly Hispanic town, that I notice a lot of things. They love their Corollas. They drag their feet wherever they go, especially in the stores. And I'm like, pick your feet up, pick your feet up. Shh, shh, shh. And then I don't know why. And they love to drive very slow, under the speed limit. I don't know. It's just these things you just pick up over time when you're like, oh, that's different than what I'm used to. It's the way it goes. Like those Alitos. Have you ever seen had Alitos? No, I don't even know what that is, Cody. Sorry about that, man. I hate when people like heel drag. Oh, dude, you see it all the time here, man. All the time. You go to Walmart and you're, shh. Oh, I'll give you another one we have known. They whistle. We're going to Walmart and you just hear them whistling. And you're like, who's whistling now? Like literally, they'll all be whistling in the store. I'm like, well, what? I never heard that anywhere else in Florida I live, but now you hear them and you find them. You're like, what? And people are like whistling it. Well, I've never seen that until I moved here. It's just some of the things that I've noticed living down here. As a white boy living in a Spanish town, that's what I see. What? What do you want? What? Do you want me to go downstairs? You got to tell the audience that I'm going to go downstairs. Tell the audience I need to go downstairs and take a 2-minute break. Tell them. Don't walk away. Be polite to them. That's a stank face. We don't like stank face around here. OEM accurate wheels on their Accords. Their shoes have no idea. Any yellow fog lights and yellow fog lights. Elota. I don't know what that is. Got to go later on, Alberto. I see you, man. Stank face. Give me 2 minutes. He probably wants to drink or something like that. So I'll be right back. Please bear with me. If anybody comes in and wondering where the hell I went, I'm just going to take care of him real quick and get him a drink or whatever he needs. I'll be right back. So 1 second, guys. What do you want? What do you want? What? The gummy. The dead gummy. Here you go. Where's your drink? All right, guys. I'm back. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. He was trying to bug her, trying to get in the master bedroom to wake her up. And I was like, no, you need to let her sleep. So I had to bring him in the main kitchen, gave him some juice, gave him some snacks, and he's happy again. Sorry about that. Seconds, yeah, seconds, exactly. Now, Pooh, think about it. All I need is a Corolla and to only drive 35 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour zone, and I'll be good to go. Straight to go. Just playing, but I'm out. You'll see you guys next video. Thanks so much, Kenny. I really appreciate it. Little man is downstairs watching some TV or something like that. Nick Jr. is on TV right now, so just letting you know what's going on. Man, it's hot up here. Once I start turning on all the lights and stuff up here, hot. And then I'm not wearing a black shirt, so that probably didn't work out too good either. So what are we doing this week? So any of you guys don't know, I'm going to try and wash my wife's van tomorrow with this so I can get it out for a week from now. I will also be doing, what else am I doing here? Brain fart. I know, brain fart, I'm getting old. Voodoo Car Care will be out tomorrow. Their tire shine. Mother's Speedlight 2.0 will be out Wednesday. I'm going to try for Saturday to get out the Chemical Guys VSS review. We'll see. I'm going to do the best I can, as always, for you guys. So please bear with me, and I'll do my best. It is harder to show the results until I back it out of the garage, but now I'm kind of worried because GTR is now going to have to be my daily for a couple of days until the blue car is fixed again. These things are turning into money pits, seriously. It cost me something like $1,300 to swap out the transmission, and here it is now. Actually, it was more than that, so yeah, it was a lot more than that. But now I'm having to buy the struts, and I'm just like, so that's what's going on. I have LED lights in here. Like almost every single light in here is LED, but I've got to realize I have tons of lights. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sunken in lights. You know the ones that are like what do you want to call it, recessed lights. And then you have 1 that's in the fan. 2, actually, there's 3 in the fan here above me. And then there's 3 over here on the stairs when you're going up the stairs. So it's pretty warm right now up here. I'm like, and I had the air conditioning set pretty high. That's probably why. I'm trying to be a cheap ass, you know what I mean? If I figure if I'm not up here, there's no reason to have the AC like really cranked down. I only do that at night because I'm just like, meh. Are you going to do the 2-bucket method or foam corn tomorrow? What I mean when I test this product tomorrow, because I haven't obviously tested it yet. I just bought it. It will be a 2-bucket method, but I will in the future be testing this out with a foam cannon, just letting you guys know, because so many people want to know the results and they really actually do enjoy those foam ones. I had a special request actually in the video from Fridays. You guys saw Friday's video where I did the Dawn dish soap in the foam cannon. Well, I had actually people ask me like, would you try like laundry detergent in the foam cannon? And I was like, sure, why not? So I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about making a laundry detergent video. I know there's not a lot of people on here, so I can give you guys my secrets ahead of time what I'm looking at doing. So I only have, I think it's Persil. It's a newer company. Anyways, putting that inside the foam cannon, we could actually see how it worked out. They were like, would you try it? And I'm like, yeah, why not? I'll try anything on the white car. I don't really care about the white car. So that could be a lot of fun for us to do. So we'll see what happens. He wants you to wear crystal clear shorts. What? You got to upgrade your shorts game in the videos. What the hell? It shouldn't be hot if you have the thing. Yeah, I already said that. Yeah, no. Maybe a portable air conditioning, which... No, actually, in our house here, we have 2 air conditioning units, Dalton. So the big one is on this side of the house that runs the, let's see, the living room, other living room, and the kitchen, and all upstairs here is the one big one. And then we replaced the air conditioning system on that one, which uses the master bedroom and bathroom and the first guest room and guest bathroom. And so it's a smaller unit. We had to replace that in January of this year. I was like, oh my God. So that was another $4,000 we had to spend on that one because thank God we had a hookup, so we got the cheaper deal. Because we originally quoted $9,000, and we're like, oh. But since we knew people who knew people, they said, look, we'll do it for you for $4,000. They're like, it's the same company it's literally the same company who makes Carrier but doesn't have the Carrier name on it, but it's the parent company's name. And he said, I use these in so many houses when I used to build homes. So he's like, this will save you a lot. So we only paid $4,000 for air conditioner. So it's like, oh. So we've spent a lot of money this year on repairs. And that's the thing I always warn you guys about. There comes to a point where if you don't want to get yourself into debt or you're just barely making the payments, because if something happens like the strut broke down on my Prelude or the AC broke in your house, and if you're barely making the house payments, it's something now you got to drop $4,000. You see what I mean? Where I'm going with this, guys. And that's why I always preach, don't get yourself into debt because anything can happen. I just spent $1,300 just in the parts and labor to fix the blue Prelude. And that wasn't even paying for the transmission. And then now the struts broke again. And then at the same time, the AC broke a couple months ago. And it's just like, holy crap. I mean, I'm spending more money than the blue car's even worth. And it just keeps something out. It's breaking. And it's just like, God, if I wasn't so attached to that car, I would just let go of it. You know what I mean? But I'm just so sucked into that car. And that's what kind of hurts. Isaac, if you go way, way back in the day, Isaac, you could probably see a video when we first bought this house and I uploaded it to this channel. It's probably about like 6 years old now, 5 or 6 years old. but it was an empty house back then. But just to give you an idea of what it actually looks like. My bill is usually $150, $200 a month for the summer. Yeah, I think our bill right now it's still pretty low. I've noticed a big difference as we got a brand new air conditioning system in here. The power consumption has gone down significantly, and it was like $350 something this month. Because remember, we have 2 air conditioning units plus a pool that has to run every day, the big old pool pump. So we have 3 big things that are sucking power most of the day. So part of the life where like last year in the hot summer days, you're talking like July, August, September, when it's just ridiculously hot here in Florida. We were paying $500 something a month for electric alone. So it's pretty nuts. Your shades are always on point in the videos. It's funny because those shades are actually from 303. 303 just sends me a bunch of those. Every time they send me a box, they send me like 10 of those little freebie free white things. So I wear those because I'm like, they're free. And if I drop them, I don't really care if I scratch them up because there's always another one. You know, they send me so many of those things. It's pretty funny. Are you talking about Bryant instead of a carrier? I don't know. I can't remember what company it is, but he said he told me what happened is the main company in Tennessee, they make several different brands of carrier. In the carrier warehouse, they make several different brands, and they're made right side by side by Carrier Air Conditionings, but they just don't have the carrier name on there. He said it's the same company, same brand. He's like, why should you spend money? He's like, all you're doing at that point is just you're buying a name. He said it's the exact same one. It has a 10-year warranty, just like the carrier one does. There's no difference. He's like, so here you go, and registered online. And we did have a 10-year warranty on it, so no problem there. Oh, no, it's not a Linux. It's an off name, Dalton. It's an off name. It's not a big brand name because, again, it's the parent company of Carrier's name that's on there. But it's made in the exact same warehouse with the exact same parts. They just slap a different label on the side of the machine and say, hey, it's this company instead of Carrier. So it's cool when you have those inside information. You kind of know what's going on. You know what I mean? It's like when Nissan's slap Infinity label on it. You know it's a Nissan engine inside of it, and it's all basically Nissan, but they slapped the Infinity on there. It's just kind of the way it goes. So good. I put sweet tea in here. Gotta get that sweet tea, guys. Sweet tea. For you Southerners out there, sweet tea is what you gotta get, guys. You go up to like New England and stuff, anywhere up north, they can't make sweet tea. They go, we got sweet tea. No, it ain't sweet. It'll be just like a pinch of sugar in there, and you're like, that's not sweet at all. When you're in like the South, you go to like somewhere like a barbecue place and you get sweet tea. This is what they do with the sugar. There's your sugar. I mean, it literally is night and day difference. You come to a Southern place and you get some sweet tea in the South. It is just like that. They dump sugar into it. Where the Northerners, it's like, Dad, that's your sweet tea. And you're like, no, this is terrible. This is water. This is awful. It's pretty funny. Sweet tea. Yep. If you're going to try detergent in the foam can, add the microfiber cleaner on the list. Actually, I just poop in. I tried Chemical Guys microfiber cleaner just the other day, buddy. That'll be in another video coming up here, probably in another week. I made the video, but I haven't merged it into the video. Yeah, do you know what I mean? I just recorded it. Sweet tea, guys. Sweet tea, cornbread, fried chicken. What else is the Southern thing right here? Grits is a Southern thing. I never really liked grits that much. So I can get with fried chicken, though. Let me tell you. Fried chicken for sure. Corn on the cob, mashed potatoes. Oh, yeah, you're good with me on that one. I can hang with that stuff all day long. You can make your own by some organic black tea and sugar. Yeah, chicken fried. Yeah, I do. Fried chicken. Yeah, I went to KFC yesterday. That's why I had this, and I just stuck it in the refrigerator. So I went to KFC yesterday and got the 3-piece chicken meal. Love it. Love it, son. I love KFC. I know I'm getting fat, Gustavo. It's right here in my belly. That's where I'm getting fat. As I've gotten older, like I'd say until I was probably like 32, 33, I was a solid 150 pounds. I never gained more than 150 pounds. As much as I would eat, I would never gain more than 150 pounds. I'd go on a cruise and eat, and I wouldn't gain a thing because I was much more active and I did stuff. But I don't know what it is. After that's when I started slowing down a little bit, where I don't do as much. My job now is definitely less thing, as I just monitor stuff, and I don't do near as much physical activity. I'm just kind of like in charge of some stuff. So it's kind of like more of a laid back job. And then obviously you guys get to see I snack and stuff like that. So I've definitely put on more weight. I'm like 175 now, 176 pounds or something like that on the average. If I actually did something, I'd lose it all like really quick. I could lose the weight, but it's getting the motivation to want to get out there and do it. And I'm just like, I'm not motivated at all to do anything. Where did you buy the OxyClean car wash soap? At Walmart. Walmart, Ryan. I got it at Walmart. They're all over now. Include the kid. Now, I only had my child 2 years ago. What I did is I started putting about 5 pounds on every single year. Every year it was like 5 more pounds, 5 more pounds, 5 more pounds. Before I knew it was 170 pounds, 175. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, literally every year was like 5 more pounds I've added on. And then I've kind of leveled off again, like the last year and a half. I've kind of leveled off around 175, 177 every single day. That's about it. Yeah, it's just right here. It's in my belly, nowhere else. Like my arms obviously are very skinny. I don't have any problems. I'm not big up here. I'm not big in my legs and stuff like that. It's right in my belly. You know, that's where any of my weight is. And when I used to deliver, I was like super skinny. I'll give you an idea. I would deliver all Christmas long. So you don't have a lot of time to eat when you're delivering. So I'd just eat what I could. And before I knew it, I was back down to like 140 something pounds every day, like 140 something. I would just run because I just didn't have a lot of time to eat. And you're always running back and forth between businesses, between houses. You're dragging the carts around. You're in and out of the truck. And before you knew it, you were down in the 140s again. And I was like, holy crap, I've lost so much weight. When I remember meeting her parents for the first time. Like, they're not the coolest with me. Let's put it that way. They never have been. But her dad actually talked to her in private and said, are you sure he doesn't have AIDS because he's so skinny? And I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is that? I was kind of mad about that, actually, because I'm like, what? You know, I can't help it. I'm not a fat ass like every other people out there. And that I actually was active and I was working and stuff. But I kind of like put me off. And I'm like, I can't help it. But to say that about me, I was just like, really, guys? But it's just the way it goes with our family. So, oh, well. Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm not in New York, so I can't go to the gym like that. What is the best diluted wheel cleaner? I like a lot of detailing, run out like crazy. Probably, Ryan, you might want to go something like a Chemical Guys Diablo wheel gel or like a Masterson's wheel gel. That way you can dilute it down. So you get the 16-ounce bottle, you put in like 2 ounces per every 10 ounces of water. And that's probably the best one you want to go for if you're worried about it going out too much. Her dad did, Cody. Her dad actually told her that. So yeah, their family has never been the nicest to me. Let's put it that way. Because I knew it was all about money. With them, it's always been about money. Well, you need to marry another doctor. You need to marry a lawyer, somebody on your level. And that's what they've always told her. And, you know, they're like, he's just gold digging off of you. And I'm like, I don't spend any of her money. As a matter of fact, I handle all of our finances, but I put all of her money into paying off her student loan faster and all of her money to pay off for the house faster. And I pay an extra 100 something of her money every single month on her minivan. We don't pay any minimum payments. If I can tell you anything, don't get yourself into debt. And so we don't have gobs of money sitting in the account at any given time. It's not like we have like $50,000 sitting in there. We'll have a couple grand, and that's about it, right? Because I take all the extra money that we have that I know we can easily spare, and I put it back towards the bills. As a matter of fact, some of her student loans don't even say they're due to be paid off until like 2030 or 2032 or something like that. I was looking up. I was like, what? I mean, that's how much interest they want to get off you. And she is less than a year and a half away. She'll be out of debt completely because I was paying so much extra on it. And even though now her payment's like $1,500 something a month, I still pay the $2,000 or more every single month on her student loan. So, you know, that's where I spend the money. So they think originally they thought like not as much for me now, but they thought I was a gold digger just looking for her money. And I don't spend any of her money at all, man. I have my own money. So it's in-laws, guys, in-laws. Before you get married, just understand what you're about to get into, whether it's good or whether it's bad. Other girls I dated in the past, their parents thought I was the nicest guy. And, oh, you work at the shipping company. That's a great company, great benefits. Oh, you're so nice and all polite. And as soon as I dated them, it was like, you're not good enough. You're not rich. And you need to make, it's a whole different world, guys. What's up, Parmaletta? You diluted. So it's dilutable. It means it can be diluted. If it's diluted, that means it already has been diluted out and mixed in. It's their family, Cody. It's their family. And if you're not married, you'll understand it one day. You should try out car details. I've never heard of that before. Never ever heard of that, Ryan. Sounds like you're her manager. Yeah, essentially I am. I pay the bills for the house. I take care of my son all day long. I will do the laundry. I do the dishes. I take care of the outside of the house, mowing and all that stuff. Anytime we're getting ready to go on a cruise or whatever vacation, I handle everything for her. Literally, all she does is show up. And I tell her, this is where we're going, pack up. And I give her the itinerary for the cruise, and she makes it happen. She packs up, and then she overpacks 5 times more than she actually needs. And then on, you know, everything else, she just goes to work every day. That's all she does. Literally, I handle absolutely everything for the house. I might as well be the manager of the house, because essentially that's what it is. You may want to pull it in. Reviews for this week. Reviews for this week, as I said, Parmalito, is going to be Voodoo Rides Tire Shine for tomorrow. Wednesday is going to be your mother's clay bar, the 2.0 clay bar. Saturday, I'm going to shoot for Chemical Guys VSS, but I don't know now because my blue car broke down today, one of the struts, so I'm going to have to keep driving the GTRs in my daily for during the week. It's going to kind of piss me off a little bit because I was trying to I've been polishing and compounding a little bit at a time. Like today, I felt terrible. I had a bad sinus headache. So I did not want to have, you know, because killing me right now. I'm like, oh, I can't do it. So I only did a little bit of the car today, and I was just going to finish it up tomorrow and Tuesday and then put the ceramic coating on it. But now I'm just like, screw it. Now I'm going to end up having to drive the damn car, and it sucks. So it's the way it goes. Oh, I appreciate that, Rodon. I mean, I know for a fact there's a lot of great YouTubers out there. And I'm sure they're great, and they're going to give you their opinion. Maybe they know a lot more than they mean. That's totally cool. I just try to keep it real, really be one-on-one with my audience, and just have fun while we're doing it. There's so many of these big channels that won't answer their subscribers, won't talk back to them. Maybe they're almost rude to their subscribers because maybe they're not so knowledgeable, so they'll just like tear them apart. That's not what you do. You've got to build somebody up and teach them what from right from wrong. You don't just make fun of them for something. You know what I mean? I see that all the time. Somebody will point out something, let's say black magic or something, and people just rip them alive with a new one. And you can't do that to people. You've got to let them understand the quality difference and why is it better, and it's why is it worth the extra $2 or $3 to go with Meguiar's than it is to go with cheap stuff. And you just see. So I've seen channels like that before, and I've had other people tell me there is YouTubers out there that are a little bit bigger than me and that are very much like that, and that are very rude to their subscribers, and because they might think that their shit doesn't stink, and you can't do that. And I just want to have fun. Thank God I don't have to rely on YouTube for my money, let's put it that way, to pay the bills. I already have a job. So that gives me so much more freedom because I can say what I want, do what I want. If I don't get 10 videos out a day, I don't have to worry about it. You know, some of these big channels, they have to worry about getting 5 or 6 videos out a day or a week at least. And I don't have to worry about that. I can just relax. If I don't get one out, screw it. I didn't get one out that day. It's nice. Yeah, Parmaletta, trust me, man. I just bought a couple more products just yesterday. I bought the actual Grills Garage car wash here. I bought that one, and I bought the Armor All's air can refresher, the one that you stick in the center console and you just set it off and turn the air conditioner on. And I bought one other thing. I can't remember. What product have you used that had an impressive sprayer, one that you would consider to be the best? Honestly, Renee, I don't really consider sprayers that much. As long as they work, they work. That's the way I see it. The pump sprayers are usually the best. So any of those companies with the pump sprayers usually have the best. The ones with like the built-in nozzle ones, sometimes they don't work as well. Just the regular ones that are just like screw-on pump sprayer. Those work good for me. So I go to channel so much because they start from start to finish and how the product works. Yeah, I've noticed that, Rondale. I've had a lot of people over the years, like you'll get some of the people, well, you talk too much or your videos are too long. And I'm like, well, then go find somebody else because I'm going to show you from A to B to C to D and then the final finish of how the product is applied, what it looks like being applied, and then what it looks like after, and then show it before and after if I can. Some of these people on YouTube, they literally just show you the end results. Well, I want to see what it was before, how it looked being applied. I want to see everything from start to finish so I know how to do it from start to finish as well and what I can expect from it. You know, I have a separate YouTube channel with motorcycles on it. And anytime I've done install videos on that, I've literally done step by step. And some of those videos have bring in so many new subscribers, and those videos have so many views on them. It's ridiculous. And people say, thank you for showing the step by step because they didn't know how to do it otherwise. And I just show the basic step by step. I'm not going to get in there doing engine tear down. That's not me. But for the regular bolt-ons, minor stuff, and I show all that, and I try and help the people the best I can. And the views show it for it, because you get tons of thumbs up and tons of views. So I enjoy helping the people, and I don't want to make my channel a 2-second video channel. I hate those videos. This is the results from this product, and it's really good. Like it. You know, those videos are stupid for me. I just can't even, you know, it's nothing. Favorite company. There's a lot of good companies out there. Your Wax Gods company online is great. Limitless Car Care is good. For over the counter, your McGuire's is good. Mother's is good. Turtle Wax is getting a lot better. Every year, Turtle Wax is getting better. I like that about them. Adams is good company over the counter. I mean, there's a lot, or online. I mean, there's so many stuff out there. What's after the GTR? A 4-door car, some type of 4-door car. Maybe it's a luxury car. Maybe it's something like a Civic Type R or something. It will be a 4-door car, because I'm now with my son he's over 2 now. He's not easily able to fit that little locking chair that locks down in the base anymore. You have to like put him up in there, and then one that kind of, it's just, it'll be a lot easier if I hurry up and pay off the GTR, and then I can buy a 4-door car and relax with a 4-door. But it won't be near as expensive as a GTR. I don't want to get in that kind of big payment again. Whenever you use, are you on what? Whenever you do use the VSS, are you using the polisher? I use the Grillo's Garage 6-inch DA polisher. Is that what you mean, Gustavo? I use the 6-inch Grillo's Garage DA polisher, and then I use that with the VSS. Now, I've been kind of switching out, seeing which one I like better, whether an orange pad for a heavy-duty cut or the white pad for lighter cut, like for polishing. I've kind of just been flipping back and forth and seeing what I really needed. The sides of the car doesn't have near the swirl, so I've been using the side of the car. I've been using a lot more of the white pads, where the orange pads are more for the heavier swirl. So I've just been kind of like feeling out which one I like better and going from there and what I need for it as. But I've still been using that, so it's not too bad. If I want the best products, I'll go online. But if I just want from decent products, then I'll just go to the local store. How's that sound for online stuff? Mother's Tire Shine is so awesome. It really is. The new Mother's Speed Tire Shine, all the new Speed lineup for 2018 has been very, very good. Highly recommend. The Mother's is really kicking some butt this year, and I like it. It's awesome. Let me gotta take another smell of this, guys. Hold on. Gotta take another hit. It's just so good. You guys, oh, it's on my finger now. It smells, I can't describe, it's a bubblegum type smell. It is such a sweet smell to it. It's just like, you guys remember the bubble gum, the big bubble? This smells identical to it. Identical to it. It's so good, guys. It's going to be a fun review. It will. You should see how nasty. My wife's car is disgusting. It hasn't been washed in like 3 months, because every weekend it's been raining here lately. And every weekend we're going somewhere. And during the weekdays, she has her van, so I can't wash it. So we're going to see what happens tomorrow if I can wash it. But she usually doesn't get home till pretty late on Mondays. We'll see. I'll do my best. Let's put it that way. Because usually afternoons in summer in Florida, it rains. So it might be like a and that's the problem. Clean out my pads. Hot water and soap. Hot water and soap. I do it in the thing. I have used anything from Dawn dishwashing soap to actual pad cleaning soap. And honestly, both do the same. They say your like dishwashing soap or whatever is going to make it wear out faster, but I don't use my pads all the time like these pros do. So again, I've used pad conditioner ones before, and I don't know, just make sure you use hot water and some soap and you'll be fine. And you'll get them all the way. You'll see all that stuff starting to come out. And sometimes you work it a couple of times, but it all comes out. Most of the time it is, Parma. As long as it's a really thick soap, I would say 90% of the time you'll be a very thick and foamy and rich soap. I don't know what it is about it, but that's just the way it is. Dirty wheel cleaner video. What do you mean by that? Because I've tested out so many wheel cleaners in the past that you know, there's really I don't know what more you really want me to show, but I mean, like a how-to video. Is that what you're asking, buddy? Favorite kind of smell? Anything sweet. Caribbean type smell, fruity smells, anything sweet. I like it. I'm down with it. Best interior scents for the car. Want to keep it smelling. I need those MG, the ones that like those car bomb type things that you know activate and you set your air conditioning on recycle and then just leave the door shut for like 10 minutes. Those are the best, man. That stuff lasts for at least a month or two. Very solid, and it just really is nice. Then you just got to get the scent that you particularly want and go from there. Yeah, you want a wheel cleaning video? maybe I can make one of those this week, like a how to clean a wheel video. I mean, there's a million of them on YouTube, but yeah, I mean, I use the stuff. I mean, my wife's van is filthy. I mean, filthier than filthy because I haven't been able to wash it. Maybe might be a good car video for us to do, like a how to do it. You know, those are the fun ones because once in a while when you do those kind of videos, you'll sometimes get like, oh my God, you're doing it wrong. You should do it this way. You should do it this way. You get a lot of the keyboard warriors come out when you do those kind of videos. It actually is pretty funny. Man, the Radix waterless wash smells so good and works great. Yeah, it did work really good. I have no complaints with it. I'm glad they've expanded their lineup other than just to like the windshield glass protection. I mean, is it a car soap you have now? Is it thick, like you said? This one I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, so just bear with me. I haven't tried it. I just bought it yesterday, and I just brought it up here to show everybody that I bought it. Just letting you guys know. Try out JDM squash. I already have it. Isn't it up here? Yeah, it's right there. Oh, what? You can't see it? What's wrong with you, bro? What's wrong with you? It's right there, bro. Let me show it to you. Hold on. Ugh. JDM. Told you. JDM, bro. You don't know, bro. VTech just kicked in, yo. Yeah, dude, the squash set's really good. My wife said it was just nothing more than a cleaner smell. That's what she said. When she smelled it, she's like, it's nothing more than a cleaner smell. That's all it smells like. Yo, Forrest, what's going on, man? Thanks, we'll do that. Just tired of the trees running out. Yeah, dude, you use one of the air can things. It'll last you a lot longer, like $4, man. Seriously, at Walmart, done. Leave your air conditioner on, turn it on, recycle, and leave your car door shut for like 10 minutes. And then just, if it's too powerful for you, leave the windows down, air it out a little bit. You'll be good to go. Almost midnight, California. I'm surprised you're still live. It's because I didn't go live till like 11:30 at night. That's why. We've only been on like 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'll probably shut it down in about 20 more minutes if there's anybody still on, because I know there's only 18 of us. Earlier we had like 45, but I understand it's getting pretty late. How much was the Grillo's Garage? It was actually on sale for $9 at Advanced Auto Care. So Advanced Auto Parts? Yeah, it was only $9. It was on sale this weekend, and I was like, oh, that's a decent deal. This thing is huge. That is what she said. You're damn right. That is right. I love it, guys. I love it. If she didn't say that to you, you need to go get some Extends or something like that. To pop some pills. Help you out a little bit. Keyboard Warriors. Oh, man, the Keyboard Warriors on YouTube videos are great. I don't care who you are going to pick some haters out, okay? As a YouTuber, I can tell you, even the smallest channels, you're going to bring out some haters. So understand, if you guys ever decide to start a YouTube channel, it doesn't matter what it's on, you're going to pull haters, and you're going to get some real just dickheads out there in this world. I let some things go, but once I start getting to vulgarity, cursing, just whatever, they get permanently banned from my channel. I just don't allow that to go on, and I delete the comments. Even though most of those comments go right to the spam box anyways, I just go into their info and block them because I don't want that kind of trash filtering into my channel. I don't like that at all. How many liters is it? It's not a gallon. It's a lot smaller. So it's 64 ounces, or for you European folk, it is 1.89 liters, 1.89. So, yeah, there you go. So basically it's about, I think it's right around half a gallon. Yeah, it's about half a gallon. Yeah, it's half a gallon. I'm getting too old for this stuff. 128 ounces is a gallon. Please bear with me. I'm getting a little old, okay? I haven't had to convert any numbers in a while, okay? So, yeah. Yeah, I don't have that much time. My wife's car is filthy. She never cleans it. She's never washed the van. She never washed the car before that. So I do everything. Again. Do you prefer the foam wash or 2-bucket method with the Great Guard? The proper way, if you guys got to see my video about 2 weeks ago, I put it up. A foam cannon soap is not going to get off all the dirt. And that's why I made that video. I have so many people ask me that. You are still going to have to go back with a 2-bucket method and clean the last bit of dirt off that the foam cannon did not pull off. It will pull off a lot of it and a majority of your soap, but you will still have dirt left and you will have to go back in there. But what that does, that's decreasing the amount of sand or junk that's on your car, let's just say, that possibly could get in there and cause swirls when you use a foam cannon. You're using one more step to touch your car less and to create less swirls. That's essentially what you're doing. Yeah, Dalton, feel free to come on down and tell her that. That's all on you, Dalton. I'm going to go that way because you are not going to hear the end of it. Get ready for that. Don't have fun. Have fun. I'm going to go that way. Will you take care of that business that you want to say? Thoughts on the one bucket method of 4 bits? Just have 2 buckets. That to me, 4 mitts is just ridiculous for it. Just go with 2 buckets. The buckets are dirt cheap. Those buckets are like a couple dollars at Home Depot. Just get that. And the grit guards are $9. It's just a lot easier. A lot easier. 1600 PSI pressure washer, enough for a car. Yes, it is, for sure. Definitely. I think the foam cans have to be somewhere around like 1200 PSI unless they're one of the lower pressure foam cans. But they can go all up to like 4500 PSI. It's something like that. So 1600 is more than enough. You'll be fine. I saw some stuff that you put on the rims and it will protect them from brake dust. I tried a product from McGuire's like that back in the day and they didn't protect from crap. It still had brake dust on it. They were both thing. Yes, Dalton. Yes, definitely. Coming forward, water restrictions are killing me. Leave California. Why do you people want to stay there for? Your taxes are through the roof. Your houses are expensive. Gasoline is expensive. You're overcrowded there. Why do you want to stay there for? Get out. Stupid rules, stupid government. Get out of that state. I couldn't live in California. I've been there. I heard California was beautiful 20, 30 years ago. But when I was there, I was just like, ew, it's a dump around here. It's really trashy. Like when I was in New Jersey and New York, it's so dirty and trashy up there. I'm like, ugh. And here it's nice down here. It's nothing near that, Like the interstates aren't grown with weeds this high and it's not all crappy and dirty everywhere you walk around. It's a different world. Still in college. I'm going to graduate. Get out as soon as you can, Fortis. You'll save a lot of money by getting out of there. The best thing you can do, MG, is to get out to you need to strip your paint, whether it's with even Dawn dish soap if you really get down to it, or something that'll strip the paint, the wax off the paint. That way you start with a fresh coating before you put it on there. And then if you definitely need to polish it probably, if not compounded, to get any little bit of swirls out. Every little swirl you can possibly get out of there, you really want to have that done. The weather in Florida is pretty good too, except for during the summer. We get summer showers every single day. It's just part of it. Florida is like subtropical, so it kind of raining and stuff like that a lot. Hold on. I don't know if my wife ever wrote me. Sometimes she writes me. No. It's funny because he'll get in there, the master bedroom, and she's like, no. So she'll text me and she'll say, come get him, like come take him away. I'm trying to sleep. It's pretty funny. But in the Florida, because we're subtropical here in Florida, every summer afternoon, for the most part, you can expect rain. 2, 3, 4 o'clock, you're going to have a thunderstorm roll in. It's just the way it goes. The state's already been done for us. Just get out as soon as you can, man. Hamsters? I don't know. Just letting the car strip most of the wax. No, it won't strip the wax at all. It's just stripping the contaminants off of it. You're still going to need to do a deep cleaning to get that wax off there, man, to prep the wax. Either it's some kind of you can use that dish soap, like I said. Griot's has a paint prep. You use Turtle Wax's max power car soap and use it at the higher level, the amount of it, and it'll strip the wax. There's a few different ways you can strip the wax if you really want to. I understand what you're saying, MG. That's all it does. Today it was raining. Yesterday it was raining while I was on my motorcycle. I was soaking wet when I got in. My shoes were wet. I had a feeling it might rain. So I put on my old tennis shoes. And within 5 minutes of leaving the house, I was caught in a storm, and I was like, well, here we go. And I just kind of rode out and ran towards Orlando, and I was out of the rain again. But when I came back into Kissimmee, I ran back into the rain again, and I was like, oh, I was soaked by the time I got back. And I was like, oh, well. Have you ever used de-ironizing products? Are you talking about the Iron X type products, or is that what you mean? Because I know McGuire's Ultimate wheel cleaner can be used as the Iron X type product to remove iron off your car. Yes. Have you tried any good car glazes? I've tried Masterson's, but honestly, to be truthful, I would say just polish or compound your car. Get the swirls out yourself. Stop trying to hide them, and you'll be fine. That's the proper way to do it. Polish it, compound, get rid of the swirls, then lay a nice coat of sealant on it. And then if you really want to go nuts, put some nice carnauba wax on top of it for the extra pop, and just be done with it all around. It's like you get the iron contaminants in your car's paint, and it's a way to remove that kind of stuff. It'll actually remove them. There's some good videos on it from like Auto Geek has it on their website on their YouTube, where they used an Iron X Spray X from CarPro, and you'll see it like turns all red, like it's bleeding all your whole car. It's really cool. Essentially, that's what's happening with the wheel cleaner, and that's why you've already seen the Meguiar's Ultimate, a wheel cleaner that has the Iron X in it. You can actually use it on your car's paint. It's pretty nuts when you see it. And it's crazy thinking that all that crap's embedded in your paint. Here it is pulling it all off. It's crazy. Just bought a new car. I would definitely clay bar it, because you never know how long the car was sitting on the lot or how long it was sitting before it got shipped down to the lot. So it could have been there for months as far as you know. So the paint is probably has contaminants in it. Maybe not a lot, but it'll have them in there. And then you should hopefully don't have a lot of swirls in it, so you might not have to polish it or anything. And then you can go straight to your waxing if you want. I would recommend a sealant. Sealant's the future. It's going to last you a lot longer than a wax is, and it just is a lot easier. It's a lot easier to apply to. Best place in America to visit? I don't know. It depends what you're into. Like the thing is, there's everything from mountains to beaches to like cold weather, hot weather, flat land with nothing in it. Huge mountains on the West Coast. It depends what you guys really want. You know what I mean? Don't let the dealership wash your. No. Don't let them wash that at all. When we bought my wife's minivan, we bought it when they brought it up. It was during the evening, and I went around that thing like 3 or 4 times, making sure there was no scratches or anything on it. Because when we bought her Hyundai Tucson from Hyundai, it had scratches in the glass, it had scratches in the car, and it had 1 or 2 door dings in it. It was brand new, but that's what it happened at the lot, and they say it happens all the time. So they had to replace the windshield, and they had to replace a couple of side plastics on it, and they had to repaint the front corner. I couldn't believe it. It was trash, because what happened is my wife was too impatient. She did not want to wait for them to have a new one shipped in. And she's like, I want it now. So we bought that day, and they said, we'll replace it. Well, it didn't matter, because they held the damn car for almost 2 weeks anyways. They gave us a rental car. And I told her, I said, if we would have waited 2 or 3 days, they would have had a new one come in, and it wouldn't have had all these problems, these scratches. So, and she realized it later, and she admitted that she was wrong. So then we got to the minivan, because we had to do a dealer swap for the gray minivan, because we wanted that only specific color. So when it came in, man, we went around there with a fine-tooth comb before we actually drove it off, and that was in mint condition, so we were okay. But she's like, never again. And I'm like, I told you, but you know how, don't tell a woman I told you, because you're going to get smacked, get that attitude back. So that's the way it goes. Hard watermarks, probably the polishing is going to get all that stuff off. Probably a nice little, just a light polishing will get off your water spots and stuff like that. But yeah, probably it would. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, all you need is a polisher. You don't need anything more than that for those watermarks. You'll be pretty good. I'm out like a bulb. Take care. Enjoy your night. Yeah, we're probably going to cut it off here in about 8 more minutes. If you haven't dropped a thumbs up, hook me up with one before you leave there, Renee. I really do appreciate it. Maybe we can get to like 60, 65 before we cancel this sucker out. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you next week on the next live stream. Then hopefully, if you want to come by. The one thing I like our laid back conversations, and I like just chilling out with you guys just on a nice Sunday evening where there's no stress. It's right before the beginning of the work week. I like that kind of stuff. It's fun. Needs Iron X. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I can't tell you 100% for sure. You can definitely use it, and it will probably find the stuff in it. One thing would be good to test out here for you, but what you mean that is, I'd like to see it clay barred first, and then that section of the door that was clay barred to have the Iron X put on it. and then just put Iron X on the side that wasn't clay bar to see if there's any difference. I think that would be a really good comparison there to see if it's going to matter anything, or did the clay barring take away all the contaminants like those iron particulates and stuff like that that's in the paint. That would be a fun scientific, very scientific test that you could do. Any of the newer clay bars, like the one that Mother's 2.0, clay you can get at Walmart. It's like a rubbery background to it. That's the future of clay bars. All you need is that and some detail spray. Spray down detail spray and go back and forth until you feel it like glide along anymore. Once it starts gliding and there's no resistance, that means that section of the paint's done, and just go to the next section. That's all you gotta do. Just keep it lubed up underneath it with enough detail spray so it just glides across the top of your car. And then you'll kind of feel a little bit of grabbing when you're going back and forth, a little bit of friction. But once it stops, it'll just start like gliding across the paint. Like you'll feel there's no resistance. That's when it's time to go to the next section. It's really cool the way it works out. Clay bar is a really nice. Already dropped a like when I came in. You get a like back, Renee. Thank you so much. Enjoy your night and get some sleep. Our floor mat spray protectants worth it? Honestly, Jay, I've just put on regular like 303 fabric guard. You guys got to see I use Masterson's fabric protectant on the floor mats. That's probably all you need, really. That 303 stuff is awesome. I have it on my son's car seat. I have it on his stroller. I have it on my motorcycle jackets. I have put it on the car, the stuff. It's 303 fabric protectant. That stuff is the best I've ever seen. I think they sell it in like places like AutoZone, Advanced Auto Parts. It comes in a small blue bottle. It's called Fabric Guard. The stuff is stellar. You can use it on any type of fabrics you want. I've put it on my shoes. I put the stuff everywhere. Seriously, anything that has fabric, go nuts with it. My son, he has stayed completely dry. We've been at Walt Disney on like a pouring rain because it has the cover, and the whole cover is also covered. It just beat it up like it was a wax job and just rolled off the side. It's nuts when it's on there. It's been on my motorcycle jacket, kept me dry. It is worth every penny to buy that stuff. I'm serious. I don't care if it's $12. Buy some Fabric Guard. You can use on everything. Did my neighbor's minivan about a year ago and he's a clay bar minnow. Oh, that's sad, man. That's bad. Oof. Mustang or GTR? GTR, of course. Can clay bars mar? I've heard they can, but I don't have any problem. Just make sure there's enough lubricant. Just make sure it has enough spray. If you don't think there's enough, spray a little bit more. It can't hurt to put extra on there. Let's put it that way. If you think, oh, it's grabbing too much, just put a couple more sprays of lubricant down there in that section you're working. And then if it's still grabbing, then that's probably the contaminants it's picking up out of your paint. And then after you go by it 2 or 3 more times like this, then it'll actually just glide across the paint. That's when you know it's actually clear and it's time to go on to the next dollar. It's like $6. Oh, that's perfect then. Soda in the back carpet and been wanting to try to clean it. Degreaser on a carpet? I don't think you really need that. You just get some regular carpet cleaner. Dude, I had great luck with the Turtle Wax carpet cleaner. It has a little bristles brush on top of it. Dude, I used that. It completely cleared out because I think it was like Gatorade or something that spilled all over. It was like an icy slushy that spilled all over my old white Preludes rugs. I cleaned up 90% of that, 95% of it the first pass. I was like, damn. And it had been there for years. It was worth every penny. Really good product from them. Leather cleaner conditioner. I've used so many, honestly. McGuire's makes a really good one. I like Mother's VLR a lot. Eagle One has a very good one. Turtle Wax even has a good one. But I think ones I usually go to fall back on all the time is usually like Mother's VLR. I don't know why I liked it a little bit more, but it's one of those products that always comes to mind that I like a lot. So just giving you a heads up. But the detail spray is oily for your paint. No, it's not bad for your paint at all. All it's doing is just lightly cleaning your paint. Essentially is all it's doing. It's just picking up dirt and just like wiping it away. It works really good. Rug Doctor Cleaner worked great. The water was back and the black is disgusting. Ugh, I'm sure it was. Name it again, sorry. It's from Mother's. It's called VLR. It stands for Vinyl Rubber Leather. Or vinyl leather rubber, whatever. You guys get the idea. VLR. Lexol. I've heard good things about it personally, Dalton, but I have not tried it, so I can't comment on that one. Thoughts on Ardex High Def? I've never heard of Ardex. I apologize, Mark. Turtle Wax one. Oh, I don't know. It's a green bottle with, but the top thing with the bristles is yellow. If you see it in that kind of section, you'll know exactly what it is. Can you use soapy water for clear bar? You can. Just make sure there's plenty of lubricity. That's what it comes down to in the end. Lubricity is the end. You do not want it dragging across and without having the proper lubricity. How is it? All right, guys, a few more minutes. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Any more last-minute questions, please let me know. Any more last-minute likes? I'm thirsty for some likes. I'm like a girl on Instagram right now. You can hit me up with some likes. I'm looking for maybe 65 to 70. I'll take my shirt off and go, and I want to have like 70 likes. Oh my God, I didn't get enough likes. Jeez. Like, I don't understand why those girls do that. Why are they trying to be Instagram models? You're not getting paid for. What do they possibly want to see when they're doing that stuff? I've never understood Instagram models. I just am like, but why? You're not getting paid for your work. You're not trying to, are you going to get a job off of Instagram? Really? I mean, why? What? I just think it's the funniest thing, but I'll be your Instagram model for likes. I have a total likes thing called interior. Well, there you go. You know what it is. Thanks a lot, man. My brain is like mush at this time of night right now. It is actually almost 3 o'clock. Ever plastic dipped anything on any of your presents? Oh, no. Plastic dip is like rice stuff, man. Rice. I don't know. A strong cleaner. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. I have no idea. Can't complain on that one. 66. Is there 4 more likes? What can I do? Can I rub my nipples a little bit for 4 more likes? 4 more likes? What if I pose like this? Oh, well. So any last second questions you guys have, feel free to shoot them my way really quick before we wrap this up. That means it will be at about 3 hours. So that's a pretty good long time. Sorry, it was a lot later tonight. It's just the way it went down. I was waiting on my wife. I was doing some stuff around the house. I was eating pizza. I was riding my motorcycle a lot today. I don't get to ride my motorcycle that much, so I get as much fun as I can while I can. We go from there. Oh, this video is probably like darn well like hammered. I'll probably like log out. I'll probably like end the live stream and it'll give me that yellow question mark on it that says it's been demonetized. And do I want to have somebody personally check it to be if it's monetized or not? It's just crazy the way that works. It's nuts. Auto finish detail has great videos on leather cleaner. I regurt by you regurt it. You regurt it. That's funny. How do you add shine back to chrome trim? Probably just need a type of metal cleaner. I tell you what, the Eagle One metal finish. It comes in like a metal tin. Dude, that stuff's awesome. It's like a wadding. It's like a cotton. It's like soaked in the stuff. So you just tear a piece off and you rub it. Dude, the difference from nasty yellowish to complete shiny silver again is spectacular. That stuff is amazing. I love it. It's okay. It's okay. No problem at all. How do I tell a girl you like her? I like you, or you just stalk them? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know. You just kind of do your thing or whatever, and you just say, hey. If she says, hey, back to you, well, then you know she's interested. If she's just like, hey, or she just gives you the, hey, buddy, how is my little friend doing? She's not interested in you. Just don't waste your time. Don't be in the friend zone. If you're in the friend zone, get the hell out. Goodbye. See you later. Had that happen more than times than you can imagine when I was younger because I wasn't the cool, older-looking guy. I wasn't that. But all those girls came back. I had at least 5 or 6 girls come back, honestly, when about 7 or 8 years later, when I was about late 20s. Still working at my current job, so they knew I had a good job and I was responsible and I had, decent stuff, had my own place, had my cars and all this stuff. And then they suddenly come back, hey, how you been doing? We should go hang out sometime. And I'm like, fuck you, bitch. And I literally told them, I was like, sorry, I'm not interested. Hope everything's doing good. And they either been divorced, they had a kid, they're divorced, and they're just looking for a good man now. And I'm like, or they'll say, oh, I realized I was so young and dumb then, and we should have. I'm like, no. You had your chance. You blew me off. Hit the road. And literally, I was pretty much like, bye-bye. You had your chance when I was young, and I was looking for a nice girl, and you wanted the bad boy, and now you got fucked up, and now it's on you. Take care. I don't want used goods, and I don't want your kid, especially as a young 20-something-year-old man. And basically never talked to them again. It was pretty funny. Using my neighbor's motorcycle made it look good. Yeah. Fat bitches too. they try a lot harder, Matt, Mark. They try a lot harder. I will tell you that. So great advice anytime, man. I'm telling you, if they give you that we should be friends thing, run, get out now, eject, because it ain't worth it. If they tell you we should be friends, you don't waste your time. Just go to the next person, because they're always going to be, you're always just going to be a little nice guy to them. When they say, oh, you're such a sweet guy, you're such a nice guy, that's code word for friend zone. Get out, leave, because you can do better. You will do better. And she will realize a couple of years later, she fucked up bad, and it's the truth. So, and it happened. It happened to so many girls I ran into when I was younger, around 19, 20, 21. They were like, nah. And then what happened? That's the way it goes. What year is your GTR? 2013. All right, guys. Last second questions. I am going to bed. I'm tired. I'm just blah. I had a massive sinus headache today, and so I only worked on part of the car trying to polish it. And yeah, it's just been one blah day. So anyways, guys, any last second questions before I log off? If not, Voodoo Tire Shine will be out tomorrow. Mother's Clay Bar will be out on Wednesday. I think Voodoo Tire Shine in the foam cannon on Friday. And then Saturday, we're going to either try for Chemical Guys, VSS, or something. I don't know. We'll figure out something, because I don't know if I'm going to have it done in time. I don't know about Ancient Wax. I haven't tried any of this year stuff. 2018 GTR. Nope. Not getting back in any more debt. Then my next car is going to be a 4-door car, Dalton. Sorry about that, buddy. All right, guys. Thanks so much. If you haven't dropped a like, if you wouldn't mind, please hit me with that sweet little like button. I really wouldn't mind. I love it. Love it. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys next week. Please check out all my videos. Share my videos. Let's keep this channel blowing up here. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I don't like American cars. I'm G-Fitness. No American cars. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you a little bit later. Thanks so much. See you guys at the very next live stream. Take care.